have V's and K's and J's. Is that what you just said?
They're not vowels.
You said any letters.
They are consonants.
Any letters that have V's and J's.
All
and
of them. Nothing's off the table now.
So letters that have V in them, you got V and W.
All right.
Well, W if you're going for DWID standards.
Those are V's also.
Yeah. The Vitch.
I can't stand that.
Dude, it was fine when he was doing it, and I was like, all right, cool. And when a couple of the other Holy Terror bands were doing that shit too, but then when everybody else started doing it, it was like, all right, enough, stop it.
They really did.
Leave that shit connected, you ding dong.
They really did get a ball rolling that hasn't stopped yet.
I told Tom this story on the way over here today, and he told me I should have saved it for the podcast. I'm going to tell you this story, and I want you to tell me if I'm an asshole for the story. I know in general I am, okay? But
what?
There is this girl in my neighborhood, she's probably like 12 or 13. She's got something wrong with her. She doesn't have Down syndrome, but it's kind of along those lines. But she kind of looks normal. But every day, because I only see her when I get out of work early, around like 3 or so, she gets walked around the neighborhood by like a nurse, just like a lady in scrubs walks around the neighborhood, holds her by the arm and shit like that. And I don't know what's wrong with her, but she's constantly going, brrr, and it's like, all right, whatever. But since you see her every day, it's like, okay, whatever. My dogs stare her down for some fucking reason when I walk them. But I was walking my dogs at the point this day when I saw her last, and before I saw the girl, when I was walking Bad Kid and Zeke, we saw a gigantic pile of shit, right? Just a nondescript, just giant pile of shit in the grass. We kept going, whatever. We're walking back, and we cross paths with this girl and her handler, and she's walking where we were just walking, and she goes by where we were just walking, and all of us, I haven't heard this girl say an actual word besides ever. Like, it's always just syllables coming out of her, and she just all of a sudden stops and goes, poop, 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 and just like starts just yelling poop at the top of her lungs. And you know those laughs when it doesn't come out of your mouth, it comes out of your mouth, your nose, you're just like that. I tried to stop one of those, and it came out sounding like a muted trumpet. It was like came out of my face, and the nurse instantly fucking snaps her neck, stares right at me, and to play it off, I kind of like was like scratching my nose like this, maybe to think that I just sneezed, so I didn't, because I stifled a laugh because she's yelling. A girl with mental problems was yelling, not really retarded. She was yelling poop at the top of her lungs. So I was like, all right, I gotta cover this up. So I was acting like I had just sneezed. I was even like looking at my hand, make sure there's no boogers on it and shit. And I was like really hoping that I had covered the fact that I had barely stifled a laugh of some girl just yelling poop multiple times at the top of her lungs. But just the nurse lady was staring daggers into me. Do you think I'm an asshole in that situation, or is it just a natural reflex?
I mean, if anyone yelled poop like that, I'd probably laugh too.
Thank you.
Okay.
But I don't know. Maybe in that situation, I'm like, I don't, but I don't know. If someone just randomly yelled poop out of nowhere, I'd probably start laughing.
Yeah.
Or at least go,
yeah,
that's funny.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's an involuntary.
And here's the thing.
I made the point of this earlier. That's an involuntary laugh.
Yeah.
That's just factually, that's funny to hear poop.
Yes.
Out of like I said, out of the clear blue sky.
And I'm not laughing at the girl or her malady or whatever's wrong with her, because I see her quite often. She lives in my neighborhood.
That's a personal connection.
And there's never anything, there's never any incident any other day where I'm like, or like pointing her out and shaming her or anything like that.
Yeah, it's just
whatever.
There goes the neighbor girl.
This time she's like, I'd never heard her speak an actual word. And the first words I ever heard her form was poop, poop, poop. And I was like, just like, I had like a nose stroke, and it just fucking lost my goddamn mind. But
you should have just collapsed on the ground and made it look like you had a stroke. That'd be a great cover. That would have threw the nurse off.
Yeah, a great cover
next
up.
you know, the nurse is walking both of us. She's got her arms locked between the two of us, like we're all out on a fucking stroll.
Come on.
Oh God, dude.
Jesus Christ.
But
that's a totally involuntary response.
Yeah.
That's like the same thing as laughing at an unexpected fart.
Because the thing is, like, when I walk past the pile of shit, It was a pretty big pile of shit. When I was walking the dogs, at first I pulled them away. I go, no, guys, that's yucky. Don't go near there. But in my head, I'm like, yeah, that's a big pile of poop, you know? So this girl was basically saying what was in my head, but she just said it really loudly.
She exclaimed it.
Yes. So she actually might be my inner monologue.
She's your Jiminy Cricket.
Yeah, but she's the living embodiment of like what's going on in my brain all times a day. Damn. That's metaphysical shit, dude.
It's metaphysical.
Metaphysical. I did just have a stroke. Jesus Christ. Welcome to the Irrelevant Illiterate Podcast.
It's metaphorical.
I'm a fat slut, and that's Tommy. We got us our buddy John Wren here. Come through today, Mr. Iron Man himself. But he doesn't think I'm an asshole for half laughing at a girl with a mental disorder.
I don't think you should say it like that. You're not laughing at her. It's not at her. You're laughing you're laughing at what she's doing, but that's not her. That's not at her.
But
it's not directed towards her.
Do you think I would laugh as hard if it was somebody in their normal mental faculties saying it?
If I just yelled poop 3 times out of nowhere, you probably would.
I'm laughing right now. Imagine
it's true. That's a good point. It's a fucking very valid point.
If it was an adult, they'd probably say, "Oh, look at that big ass pile of shit" or something. I'd laugh at that probably. Or a child, I'd definitely.
If any human being just yells poop 3 times out of nowhere, that's funny.
Yes.
One of the funniest things I ever saw was just I was at the Acme where I tend to be a lot. And this little kid, he's probably about, I'd say 8 or so. He's there with like his brothers and sisters and stuff, and his mom runs up to one of his brothers and just goes, "Boobs!"
Yeah, that shit's funny.
That's fucking hysterical.
That's pretty funny.
Because you know that kid just learned that word, and he's just fucking flexing it.
Though it would be funny if a little kid was like, "Damn, titties!" Like really laughing.
I would fucking fall out
while like holding his chin, like, "Damn, dude, titties."
Bars.
You just want to be like, "I've been where you've been. It was yesterday." Not when you were 8, because I was doing it at 8 too, but I was also doing it yesterday. Jesus Christ. Did I send you that picture of the dude I saw at Acme today?
That was his fucking sweet shirt.
Oh, God damn it, dude.
I don't know. I don't think so.
You were talking about his shorts. You said something about his shorts.
The and one guy. Yeah.
It said this guy's shirt said if it had a picture of a Glock with the slide pulled back and a smoking barrel. And it said, if we're redefining things nowadays, this is my cordless hole puncher. And you're just like, Jesus Christ.
It's hard. It's pretty hard if you think about it.
It's hard if it's on somebody that's not like 70.
It should be on someone who's 70.
Balding. You know, it's just like, God damn, dude.
But also, every fucking asshole that wears a shirt like that has never even thought about pulling a gun on someone. They would shit their pants.
I don't think this guy, this guy, from the look of him, he probably doesn't even have a pistol.
Yeah.
If he has a gun,
it's a hunting rifle.
It's a hunting rifle.
He's got a glue gun.
It's got, yeah. It's like, and also, if you're, what is a cordless hole puncher? A hole puncher is those big ass things that the teachers used to have and you just smack down on the bar.
They're all cordless.
So it would just be like a cordless like nail gun or something. That would make more sense, but a cordless hole puncher?
Oh. There's another
that fucking realm of people aren't the smartest.
You don't really think it through.
You're kidding.
I shouldn't overthink that guy's shirt choices.
There's a name for that tool. I don't know what it is though.
He also smelled like soup mix.
Nice.
You know how like certain like dishes you make, you use like
he's just fucking smelling like French onion.
Yeah, like you know how like sometimes you use like
that's because he didn't shower.
The packets of like French onion soup or whatever to make like a
Knorr or something.
Yeah, like a casserole or something with it and shit like that, like a tuna casserole or something like that. He smelled like that, like the packet with the granulated shit in it. Oh, dude, he stunk so bad.
Yeah, I was about to say my man hasn't bathed in a minute.
Oh, that's the bad part about that Acme, dude. So many old people and the vinegary smell of nutsack in it is just so fucking brutal sometimes.
It's an old Acme, too.
Yeah. It's fucking brutal that fucking place.
It's just permeated in that building, I think.
I strictly won't go food shopping on Tuesdays because that's Senior's Day. I found that out because that's my dad goes to Acme's. But, yeah, because you constantly get stuck behind these geriatric people and like, whatever, no big deal. And they have the right to be there, too.
Kind of.
But Yeah, just you go out behind him and it just smells like an open nutsack. And it's just, god damn, dude.
My Acme does old people happy hour at 7 o'clock at 7 o'clock in the morning.
What do they fucking serve at old people?
Well, they like give them like I think they get like a discount. Or this might have actually just been in like pandemic times when they were just starting to loosen up on how many people could be in a building at once.
Yeah,
there was like not medically not infirmed, but like immunocompromised and senior citizen like shopping hour was
so
like
fat fucks and old people.
Yeah, it was like 6 to 8 a.m. or something like that.
Yeah, they did that around us too, but it was also like handicapped.
Yeah, sure. Bring them in too. Why not?
I just remember when I was working at
wheel them in.
When I was working for ShopRite, we would open doors at 6 a.m. and there'd be a line of them, like down 3 more stores. Just all these old people with the fucking motorized carts and just lined up.
Hell yeah.
It was like one of the busiest times a day. You couldn't get down an aisle because there's just one person in the aisle that would not move. It took them forever to get down an aisle. So you're just like, fucking Christ.
Fucking roll
I was just trying to
out.
get a cup of coffee from the fucking hot food place. Like, Jesus Christ. And then like around 9, it'd be dead. Because all the old people, they're probably in bed at 9 a.m.
Yeah, they're getting ready for lunch.
Yeah, 9 a.m. lunch. And I was like, Jesus Christ. Like, how bad is it? And this is your day. Just get up at 6 a.m. to go to Acme. And this is around the time my dad hit retirement.
Nah, the supermarket.
And he was just like, Acme. And then he was just like, yeah, you got to get there at 6 a.m., before everything gets picked through. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
That's not
You're
how
one of them now.
That's not how they do that, by the way.
It's not at all.
They don't put it out first thing in the morning.
They don't.
They put it out in the middle of the day.
Sometimes not even that.
Yes.
Sometimes it's been
in
on there
the evening.
Sometimes it's been out there for 3 or 4 days. It's like, Jesus Christ.
I learned that when I worked at places like that.
Yeah.
They do it throughout the day.
Oh, God damn it.
Fucking morons.
It's funny because we used to have, on Mondays, at ShopRite, they used to have cheap fried chicken at the hot counter or whatever. And they would be asking for that shit at 6 a.m.
Of course they would.
And they're like, look.
Y'all chicken's done yet?
And they're like, the employees don't even get here for that department until like 8. And then they got to start up all the ovens and shit. All you can get here at this point in time is a cup of coffee.
When I worked at Whole Foods, they had a rotisserie machine too, and we sold chickens too. And the chicken people were some of my least favorite people I've ever encountered.
Pick them through them like somehow they're different.
Right. Your chickens. When the next chicken's coming out? Like, does it fucking matter?
And there'd be like 6 out there already.
Yes, exactly
Good
that.
Lord.
Exactly that. There was more than one family, not like customers who would wait.
Oh yeah,
like outside for the hot bar people to cart them out and would take it off the cart.
Yeah, like they're waiting for KISS tickets. It's fucking ridiculous.
If you're getting fucking supermarket rotisserie chicken, it doesn't fucking matter. It could be out there for 3 hours.
It's true. It's true.
Just gonna end up in your fridge anyway.
Yeah.
Like,
you're not gonna eat it for 3 more days anyway.
What are we doing here?
Oh my god! I gotta admit, dude, working at a supermarket was pretty fucking fun, just for the reasons like that.
I got the best of both worlds when I did, because
you worked for a fancy one, though. You worked for Whole Foods,
right? So we had all kinds of good shit, but like the prepared foods area was like working in a kitchen too. Mm-hmm. So it was like. It was like we could make whatever the fuck we wanted all the time. When I worked doing sandwiches, pizza, and then later salad bar, I didn't pay for a meal for like 2 years because I just ate at work all the time.
Hey, there's times where I didn't pay for food there either, and I never worked
and
there.
You never worked there?
I did work there, and I didn't get free shit ever at ShopRite.
You can do this thing
or BJ's when I worked for BJ's.
At every Whole Foods, you can load up food at the hot bar or the salad bar, right, in your little container, and you sit down and eat it, and then you can just leave.
Yeah. That shit would happen constantly at ShopRite, too.
It's great.
No one gave a fuck. It was fucking awesome.
I dare you to find someone who's gotten in trouble for it.
It's funny, like, I worked in meat department. Well, before I worked meat department, I was a deli counter guy, like the cheese and shit like that.
That's where I started.
And those were just fun. Like, the meat department, I didn't even see people that much, because you're in that room the most of the day.
Cutting.
But occasionally, if they got overwhelmed at the hot food department or whatever, you would have to go help.
Damn, you're a soldier for that. Ours never did that.
And it was
left
like,
us.
Most like some of the older guys are like, "What are you complaining about?" It's like you're getting paid meat cutter pay just to go drop chicken in the thing. Like,
that's pretty true.
They put you at the front counter dealing with customers. And you're like, dude, I don't give a fuck how much they paid me. And they paid me really well. I would not want to do that job dealing with old people for that amount of money. I don't give a fuck. Vicious.
They are some of the worst people.
I have thick skin from being a fat fuck and going to public school. Old people can dress me down in a way that will make me just want to go home and eat a bullet. It's fucking brutal.
Wrap my lips around a revolver. I think I heard.
Doesn't make me feel bad. They're gonna be dead in a few years anyway.
Oh, but still, why couldn't they die before they fucking gave me that just justice that they just fucking dished out on me?
I want that sliced thin, please.
I'm even talking about, we had those meals they would make, like the fried chicken meals with macaroni and cheese and shit we would put together. I was just scooping shit out for this lady, and she was like, she's like, I come to the counter, I was like, can I get you something? And she's like, oh, you're unfortunate looking. And I was just like...
She's cold as fuck for that.
Look, I've been called every curse word in the entire fucking book. I've gotten every fat joke you can possibly think of. That one was like an ice pick. Right into my fucking aorta, dude.
Because grandma said it?
Oh, God. And she was fucking fat as shit, had droopy bingo wing arms, and she was just like, oh, you're unfortunate looking. I just stood there for like 30 seconds just like, what can I get you?
You should have just turned around and left.
I walked when I got done helping them out and went back to the meat department. I seriously didn't talk to anybody for like 2-3 hours. I was just recovering from just getting fucking annihilated just by that small sentence. It fucked me up bad. And it's funny. I was like, everyone's like, "Why are you so quiet, dude?" Was it like? And I was like, so I told like the guys I worked with. And then they started fucking laughing at me. And for the rest of the day, I'm getting called unfortunate looking by them.
That's good.
And nothing, like, it didn't affect me at all when they did it.
No.
But for some reason, when Meemaw did it, I was just like, oh.
They took the sting out?
God damn, dude.
By just hammering you like that?
Oh, yeah, old ladies. When I used to work deli counter, I was the fucking worst. That was the absolute worst.
I'm glad to not work with public anymore because... Some of those people like that they will say almost anything to people.
Oh yeah.
They don't give a fuck how it makes them feel at all.
Yeah, not even just workers. They do it to other customers and shit too.
Yeah.
Dude, like the amount of racial slurs that I heard from old people in the aisles is fucking insane. Give me your fucking worst edgelord ever. I'll show him a fucking old man in the soup aisle and say, yo, go to bat with this fucking dude. He'll fucking bury you. But the worst people ever
soup, I hope.
Was old Italian women when I worked deli counter.
Oh, man.
We used to cut prosciutto for them. Prosciutto. And
they love that shit.
It was the Parma shit, which is like the piece.
It's a big ass, yep.
It's like a gigantic hog leg. It's huge. And they would like slice it really, really thin. And we used to do this thing. You'd slice the first slice.
Show it to them.
Show it to them. And if they took it from your hands, no big deal. And so you're like, all right, here's the first slice. They'd take it, eat it, too thin. Okay? So you up it, do it again, too thick. Oh, next one, let me see. And you're like, all right, take that. And they would do that about 3 to 4 times. And then it's like, all right, never mind. And go get ham and cheese.
Nice.
Here's the thing, that shit, this is like, I worked there in the early aughts. It was probably about $17.99 a pound for that shit.
Damn, it's
very, very expensive.
That's so much less than it was when I did it.
So like a quarter pound is a good chunk of change, and they would eat like a quarter pound just in sampling. Mm-hmm. Giving a slice of American to some little kid in line is not a big deal. You're looking at
5 cents.
Yeah, if that.
Yeah.
But these old ladies would fuck you up for some prosciutto, man. It was only the old fucking Guidos, dude.
Speaking of that, one of my early interactions that taught me, oh, this job sucks ass, was there was an old Italian man asking for Parma prosciutto.
Yep.
But the way he asked me for it was, he said, "Yeah, let me get let me get a couple of jute." Yeah. I was like, I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
He said, a jute. And I was like, what is jute?
Yeah.
He said, prosciutto. And I was like, oh.
Like he's still missing a letter at the end, but okay, at least we kind of understood it this time.
But fuck me.
Yeah.
Those people.
They also love to use other things, like in the deli department, they would love to use like the 1940s term for it. Like, give me that fucking, like chopped ham. You're like, what? The fuck is chopped ham?
Chopped ham.
It's basically just basic ham. You know how like butterball turkey isn't really turkey? It's just a mold of turkey parts is put into like a football shape.
I did not know
sliced.
that.
It's fucking.
It's just formed. It's not like a turkey breast cut down or anything like that. It's just formed. Chopped ham is the same thing. It's just a pork square that you cut slices off of. It's basically one step above bologna. And they were like, "Give me that chopped ham," and like. Then you're like, well, what's chopped ham? What do you mean you want it chipped? They're like, no, I want chopped ham. And everybody in the line's like, he means this. And the guy like refuses to budge on what he's calling it. And you're just like, oh. So you just start showing him hams.
They just dig their heels in.
They're going in like a fucking used car salesman, just like parading off Hondas. You're just showing hams to this guy. This one? No. This one? No. It's like, fuck me, dude.
This is a good part about having like 6 to choose from, too.
Dude.
To really fuck with them. Not this one. Okay.
That's how they got me into the meat department. The dude who ran the meat department, like we'd talked a few times, whatever, about just bullshit. He's like, yeah, you want to get away from all these old fucks? I'm like, yeah, what's going on, dude? What do you got? He's like, I need a meat wrapper. I was like, oh, get me the fuck out of here.
Hello, white coat.
Yeah, get me the fuck out of here, dude. And dude, I strutted in front of the deli department for like the next couple of weeks, just like, hey, you guys still dealing with this shit, are you?
That's what I did when I took my apron off.
I'm making $10 more an hour. And I don't have to talk to anybody. Oh, God damn it.
I still think the most offensive is fucking gabagool. I fucking hate it.
I still don't know what it actually is.
It's capicola.
Capicola.
And some asshole somewhere, probably in fucking Philadelphia, was like, oh, gabagool. And you're like, great. Now we gotta call it that for the rest of our life.
You know, I've never heard anybody call it that. I've heard capicoli or cap.
Did you ever watch the fucking Sopranos?
No.
Like
I watched like the first 4 or 5 episodes, yeah. And then Sopranos fans made me not want to watch any more of that show. So, yeah.
But yeah, we had people. Well, I worked at Wawa when I was in high school.
I remember you worked at Wawa.
I worked at a fucking deli.
I worked at Wawa too.
Yeah. And they're, just the same horror stories. But yeah.
Wow. Remember when Wawa had a real deli?
Oh, yeah. It was a good deli too. It wasn't bad.
As soon as I turned 18, they sent me out to fucking Wawa Academy to learn how to fucking use the Hobart slicer.
At Red Roof Campus? Dude. Red Roof Campus in fucking...
Dude, I could disassemble a Hobart slicer so fucking quick, put it right back together again. Oh, boy. Those skills.
Nice. Very good.
I know, right? I'm so proud of it to this day. Oh, God damn it, dude.
At the end of the night, we'd have to take them apart and clean them and shit.
Mm-hmm. Didn't have to do that in the fucking meat department.
I wonder.
We left everything bloody and gross ever. And we had a crew of these 4 Mexican dudes that would come in at the end of the day. They probably come in at 10 o'clock at night. And they would just strip down to like shorts and a t-shirt and put on these like pretty much see-through plastic coveralls. Mm-hmm. And just go in with a power washer.
Hell yeah.
And just power wash. They would power wash. Then to have another this power wash type of like gun thing that just sprayed like disinfectant and soaps on it. Spray that down again, then power wash it again, and they were in and out in probably about an hour. And you're like, damn, I didn't have to do shit. This is great.
During the summers, I worked midnight at Wawa, and we had to fucking clean all that shit up.
Those things are a bitch, dude.
We also had a dude that came in every other Thursday, because I guess that was payday, and he would go to the coffee island and piss himself.
What was his name?
I have no idea. But
this guy.
Me and this guy Chris that worked midnights figured it out. Like we were like after like the 3rd time, we're like, oh, it's fucking Piss Pants McGee over there. And as soon as he would fucking come in, we would be like run over to him, and be like, oh man, you gotta go. Let's go to the bathroom, and like walk him into the bathroom. So
was he old?
No, I mean maybe
or just
like
a drunk.
A drunk.
Okay.
But he like never came in except for every other Thursday.
So
he would go to Gamble's, which was the fucking bar around the corner, get fucking shitty, and at like 2:30 in the morning he'd show up in Wawa and piss his pants.
So realistically, he was probably like 40.
Might have been. It's Delco.
Or else he was 25 and just looked 40.
Yeah, that's a possibility.
That's how Delco ages, dude.
Yeah.
God damn it, dude.
I can't remember which hand it was.
Marty Shea's actually 65.
Yeah. I would not fucking doubt the way that kid. The things that kid's into, you're like, dude, you are 65 years old.
I can't remember which hand it was, but I almost cut the tip of one of my thumbs off on one of those slicers before, and they had to run me to Riddle Hospital to fucking fix it because I passed out.
We had this.
That was a fun night.
We used to have this program that would hire people. I want to say it was the Goodwill was the company that did it, and they would hire ex-cons.
Yeah, that's Goodwill.
and they would hire the ex-cons to come in, and normally they'd last 6 months if you're lucky.
I think they volunteered.
We had this guy, I remember his name, I don't give a fuck about blowing up his name. His name's Alan Carpenter. And he was actually a really good worker, but he would work in the deli, and he just nicked the tip of his thumb. And it was bleeding, but it wasn't like really gross. He goes over to where the hot food department is, where the grill top, and just plants his thumb on it.
Oh man!
And just is like, then takes it off, wraps it in gauze, and puts another glove on, and gets back to work. And I was like, that's the hardest thing I've ever fucking seen in my entire life.
He's like, I'm gonna cauterize this shit.
He cauterized it.
Yeah.
On the spot. What a
Did
guy!
Did he flinch?
Not at all. I think
that man's seen some shit.
I think whatever he's done in life, like all the nerves in his body are just dead.
Or he's just dead inside.
Yeah,
or a combination of the two.
The last thing he gives a fuck about is a little pain.
Dude. I was working with this dude, Adam, and we were just like, and Adam's just like, did he just? I was like, yeah, dude, just like Rambo did when he got shot with that explosive arrow. I was like, oh my fucking God, dude. And he went right back to work, didn't bitch, complain, finished out the rest of his shift, came in the next day, didn't even have a dressing on it. I was like, you were the hardest motherfucker I've ever seen in my life. Nice. He wore MC Hammer pants too.
Fucking Alan.
It was nice, dude.
Zubies or whatever the fuck they're called.
Yeah. They were Minnesota Vikings.
That's awesome.
So what was that purple? It was purple
white.
and
yellow. And white, yeah.
Yeah.
He fucked up, man. He should have did the Dolphins.
Which one? I don't know. Which is the worst colors?
I don't know, man. I like teams with shitty colors, so probably the Miami Dolphins.
Browns.
So I wouldn't say Dolphins are that shitty, though. Like, yeah, they're kind of loud, but at least it's a shade of blue.
Is it blue or is it green?
I think it's aqua and orange,
so it's
my friends.
Blue and green. So yeah. That's way more acceptable than purple.
Yeah, but my high school was purple and gold, too, so...
Yeah, but are you rocking your high school's gear too?
I did when I was in high school.
Oh, you're one of those kids.
Well,
you had school spirit.
I was an all-season fucking athlete.
Go Tigers.
I don't remember what my school colors were.
The Royals.
Mine were blue and gold.
We were called the Royals, and our fucking mascot was a jester.
That's ironic. The lowest part of the totem pole, actually.
Apparently, like, fucking 2 years after that, they made it, like, the Cowardly Lion or some shit. And I'm like, great.
That's worse, somehow.
Yeah, I don't fucking know.
Dude,
it's Upper Darby. I'm from Delaware County, man. I'm from the heart of Delaware County.
What was your high school mascot?
Tigers.
Basic, bitch. Mine was the Highlander.
Yeah, we'll fuck up a Highlander.
Incredible.
Yeah, not like the cool Christopher Lambert Highlander.
No, that's stupid.
I'm talking like the Scottish Highlander.
Yeah. Like the fucking truck. The truck is just your mascot.
That would be way cooler than what we had.
The McCain Freightliners.
We had like this bootleg, like fighting Irish looking guy that went a kilt.
He was a Scot.
He was a Highlander. That was it.
Not an Irish.
That's insulting if it was the fucking fighting Irish with a kilt.
Yeah. So we were green. I think green blue. I don't know. I didn't really have much school spirit, but
you're like, yeah, I kind of went there sometimes.
Let me think. Dickinson.
That's true. 5 years, but I did barely went.
Dickinson was Rams.
Is that where you went?
No, I'm thinking of mascots.
Yeah, Dickinson was Rams.
What else is there? What other schools are there? I don't fucking remember.
Yeah, who cares? Let's get off that. School sucks.
Sally's was the, the fairies. Am I right, guys? Hey, you know what I'm saying?
Oh boy.
You know how much anti-Salesianum school shit went through my high school?
Tons.
And nobody knew a single person who went to Sally's.
That was
high school.
That was AI High's rivals.
Except for me, because my dad went there.
Our rival school was Sally's.
Like, there's all dudes there. I'm like, so what? Who fucking cares?
Our rivals was Haverford, the Fords. I'm like, cool.
The Fords?
Yeah, I think that's what they were called, the Fords. They were, a fucking thing that crossed the river or some shit. Stupid.
Oh.
So, it'd be cool if it was like Fords with a J.
No,
that's a mountain.
Yeah.
No, just the Fords.
So it's basically what you did in Oregon Trail to get your wagon across the creek or whatever, yeah.
Before you died of dysentery.
That shit was bullshit too, though. You would, no matter how much you caulked your wagon to ford the river, you still, say you had 4, you still lost 3 of your oxen. That fucking game was fucked up. Everybody talks about modern video games and how hard they are. I'm like, dude, you have no fucking clue.
Yeah, no one has ever survived the Oregon Trail.
No one. When you go out, you're like, all right, my family's starving. So you shoot down like 6 bison. It's like,
and your daughter still dies.
Yeah, it's like you've killed 700 pounds of meat. You're able to carry 6. You're like, Jesus Christ! If they wanted to survive much longer, they would get stronger backs or make multiple trips, maybe. Like, God damn, guys, like, help me here. I'm trying to keep you alive, and you quick getting bit by a fucking snake. God damn it.
I would like to play Oregon Trail. I've never played it.
Really?
It's you can play
I'm
it
sure it's
online,
easy.
I mean, it's probably got like, it was like a dot matrix fucking game,
Yeah.
basically.
It's probably half a gig
Yeah.
to
not even.
play it.
Because that was like what the first game I ever played was. There was that Oregon Trail, Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego, and Number Crunchers was it. That's what we played in computer class. Instead of teaching us important things like typing or anything like that, and like this was like when internet was just becoming a thing. Instead of teaching us how to navigate that or do some of that, they're like, "Here, just play these fucking games and shut up."
Mavis
And
Beacon.
That's all we did. I gotta admit though, Carmen Sandiego was fun as fuck.
I didn't mind it.
Because I was pretty good at geography back then, so I could find her pretty fucking quick. I'm like, dude, she's in Greece, dude. I'm like, yeah. What a great day.
I wanted to be on that show so bad.
Oh, that show
They
was
did have a
sick.
show.
Yeah. That song, Where in the World? Carmen Sandiego. Yeah, that show was fucking sick. It was a great show.
It was Rockapella. Wasn't that the fucking group?
Yes.
Sang on that shit?
Yes. Yes, it was. Damn, dude. What was that, Nickelodeon?
No, I think it was just
No, it was
PBS.
Yeah, it was network.
And after that shit was fucking Ghost Rider, which was fucking cool.
Damn, that was good.
Yeah.
Goddamn TV show. I hate to be that guy, but TV shows were way cooler when we were younger.
You know, television programming and advertising was at its best when I was
dude.
young.
I remember, like, even though I've never been
Marketing.
I've never been a football guy, ever. But I would seriously watch Super Bowl just for the commercials.
They were fucking
Sometimes they were some of
great.
the funniest shit you've ever seen in your entire life.
That's where the fucking trope comes from, because they were so great for so
Yeah.
long.
And then, like, one day, all of a sudden, everybody tried to be all meaningful and poignant in their fucking messages of the Super Bowl commercial. I'm like, no.
Well, now it's like it's the talk of the town if somebody has a hilarious one.
Yeah.
But back, like, even when I was not even that young, they were still like, people were going for like the big commercial of the year.
Yeah. And all of them were funny. So you really had to fight to be the funniest one, because it was like, what was it, like 8 of them? So if you had the funniest one, you were the shit. Like, that's how Geico first became like the shit with commercials. The ones they were dropping in like Super Bowl, you're like, dude, this is going to be good. You saw Geico come, you're like, oh shit, here comes that caveman. You're like, fuck yeah, dude.
I
damn it.
prefer the gecko.
We had the best post-school cartoons.
It's true.
Batman the Animated Series.
And Saturday.
All the Disney ones. Yeah, all after-school Disney cartoons were the shit.
X-Men.
X-Men.
Yeah.
After school, you had DuckTales, Darkwing Duck, Chippendale Rescue Rangers. Disney was on fucking fire back then. Then you watch Batman the Animated Series and shit like that. Like, oh, damn it. Then you would just fucking keep not doing your homework. Wait till The Simpsons came on at 6 and 7. That stupid episode of Seinfeld in the middle.
Damn, you really could like park it in front of the TV, in front of the TV for hours
on a weeknight.
On a weeknight.
Yeah, and if it was Friday, forget it. You had TGIF that kicked in. At 8
Oh,
o'clock.
hell yeah, dude.
I had Friday night stand-up. Comedy Central presents every Friday.
Yup.
Well, yeah, TGIF went into Monster Vision. Monster Vision kicked on at 10.
My shit was...
So I could seriously go home and just fucking watch TV from like 3 o'clock till 2 in the morning.
It's true.
Without stopping.
Saturdays, I used to get up probably around 5, 6 o'clock in the morning and start watching TV, and I wouldn't stop till about 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Because you would watch cartoons until about, I'd say, noon, and then on Channel 19, we had Kung Fu Theater. And it was all those really, like, Z-rated fucking Kung Fu movies where they're just really, really bad. But as you're a kid, you're like, this is fucking great, dude. Some of the goddamn, I miss that shit. Watching Bobby's World, then you go watch dudes getting kicked in half by. Goddamn, Kung Fu Theater was the shit. Channel 19, dude.
Do you remember the show Kung Fu starring David Carradine? A young David Carradine.
I'm not that old.
With Kane walking the earth.
Yeah, I'm not that old. That was off when I was a lad.
My parents found a box set of that whole series, and it was like the biggest deal ever.
Oh yeah, my dad loved that fucking show.
They couldn't wait to show me that show.
Yeah,
because they were like, it was so it was so bad. It's
My dad used to make me watch all those fucking old. He'd be like, "This is good TV."
It's not.
He'd be like, "Here's Little House on the Prairie." I'm like, "Cool."
Oh God,
it's actually not good.
Fucking Highway to Heaven or some shit.
Like that. Highway to Heaven with fucking
Michael Landon.
Yeah. Do you know Highway to Heaven?
No, I don't even.
Michael Landon was an angel.
Yeah.
And each episode he would come down and like I guess like inhabit somebody. So
no, he never inhabited. He was just there.
Oh,
and he would like walk. He would walk like from town to town. That's the whole. It's the Highway to Heaven.
Yeah, and like he would help somebody.
Yeah, it was just basically. It was like supposed to be like a feel good like drama type thing.
So take Kung Fu, take out the Kung Fu, but still the same thing. Yeah. He's traveling town to town helping somebody. What was the one where
pass?
No, you're thinking of fucking Quantum Leap.
No, Quantum Leap was the shit.
Yeah.
Quantum Leap was great. You know Quantum Leap?
Am I retarded?
Yes. Oh God, that's one of the best clips ever.
I couldn't believe that. It's the craziest shit.
I remember when I initially started smoking weed, like later in life when I was probably like 29, I think. My buddy Kevin, you know Kevin.
Markowski?
No. He loved Quantum Leap, and he found the VHS copies of the seasons, and we would just go to his house like after work and shit and just sit and just watch Quantum Leap, and he would just be enamored, like face this close to the TV, just in love. And I was just like, it's good, but I don't know why you're fucking losing your mind over it.
There's a couple shows like that though.
Yeah.
Like Doctor Who.
Doctor Who
has about 4 episodes that I like.
And there's how many seasons? 100?
Yeah, pretty much.
God.
Yeah.
What a pile of shit that show is.
I shouldn't say that. I wouldn't say it's a pile of shit. It's just not.
It's not good.
It's not consistent.
Well, it's also not my like fucking nerddom.
But those people are something though.
It was mostly goofy, but every once in a while they would have an episode that was just outrageously dark and weird and really, really good. But the thing is, it's surrounded by a bunch of foppish British dudes like bumbling their way through a fucking adventure. But sometimes it was super creepy,
super hokey. I can't do it, and it's not like that good British hokey. Like I can deal with like all the Edgar Wright shit.
Yeah,
it's not that type of like writing.
It's not even like on Mr. Bean level. It was just brutal.
Well, Mr. Bean is just.
But every once in a while, they would just have an episode. You're just like, it would freak you the fuck out. That one was like something about the dolls it's like something dolls, but it was all these dolls that were coming to life, but they were like creepy as shit. It reminded me of the fucking nurses from that video game Silent Hill. It was fucking weird as shit.
There's also that one where there was like
the Weeping Angels is what they were called.
The one where that like
fucking weird.
One chick's like she's I don't know what happened. She's just basically a fucking like poster of skin and it's just her face, and she's like what the fuck is it? And she's had like so much plastic surgery, she just became like a wallpaper.
Yeah. They would throw in those episodes, and you're just like, because I don't know, otherwise you can watch that shit with your kids and everything's fine. It's a nice family show for Brits, I guess. But every once in a while they throw one at you, you're just like, what the fuck?
Americans like it too, because you go to one of those like Wizard World cons where like literally one person could be in one fucking episode of Doctor Who. They'll build that, and like 3 million people will want to meet that person.
Yep.
There's one dude
all their cars say my other vehicle was a TARDIS.
It's a TARDIS, or they have some kind of TARDIS sticker. That's the weirdest shit.
There's this guy that my dad used to do karate, and one of the guys he did karate with was this guy I actually knew from my comic book store, and his license plate said Whovian because of Doctor Who, and he would just come in and he's like,
God, I hate him.
Every time he was actually a really good. Every time you would go into like wait outside of a movie for opening like a Star Wars or a superhero movie or that, you'd always see him there. And he's like, oh, you still reading comic book stuff? I'm like, yeah. He's like, have you tried Doctor Who yet? You're like, stop it. I've known you since I was 11. Like, I'm now in like, at the time I was like in my 30s. I'm like, just stop it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not. It's like, the new Doctor is really good. I'm like, is it? Then why do they keep replacing that fucking asshole every 2 or 3 seasons?
That's the point.
If he's that fucking good. Then I remember all the fucking nerds getting in a fucking uproar because
they made it a woman.
They made it a woman. I don't know if it's still a woman, but it was. This is maybe what, 5, 6, 7 years ago.
Yeah,
that recently.
Yeah, and they were so bent out of shape.
I think her run just ended.
Yeah. Well, at the comic book store, I know that sounds like okay. So Dork Central,
the incel misogyny.
They were worked the fuck up, dude, about this. It's like,
dude, it's the same fucking dorks that'll be mad if they cast James Bond to be black.
Yeah. But dude, like another thing, I don't think she was English. I think she was Irish or Scottish or something.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so was that a thing too?
That was another thing. It was like, she's not even from England. I'm like, she's from like 10 blocks away. Shut up.
Yeah.
I was like, God damn it.
That'd be like...
Yeah, but she's Scottish. She hates the crown, so she's not English.
So she's actually kind of cool.
Yeah.
But,
Irish blood, English heart.
God, it's so fucking bent out of shape about that shit. God, I love my nerd part of my life. Like, I do. But my fellow nerds sometimes just make me want to fucking just drown myself in a pond.
Dude, that's me with horror movies.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God.
I go to a horror con and I'm like, please just fucking throw me into 38 traffic.
You're probably like excited as shit to be there. And for like, to me, like, the first 2 hours, you're like, yeah, this is a great time. Then all of a sudden you're just like,
you hit a wall.
I hate that motherfucker. I hate that motherfucker. I hate that motherfucker.
No, it takes like fucking until the first person opens their mouth.
Yeah. I'm just trying to hang out with, go see Tony Todd, see what he's up to.
Yeah.
And these dorks are in my way.
That's a great example, actually.
The gatekeeperism at horror conventions is the fucking worst.
Well,
oh, God.
Like, what's your favorite movie? And I'm like, oh, The Evil Dead. And they're like, well, it's kind of like low-hanging fruit. I'm like, dude, fuck. I'm like, what's your favorite movie? And they'll name some fucking movie that like 3 people in the world have ever watched.
That's very Martello
and I'm
of
like,
them.
great.
You can only watch it on reel to reel. Like you can't. They never actually translated it over to VHS. Like, shut up.
You have to find a copy on eBay.
I remember.
Not even on eBay. It's on some fucking weird website.
It's eBay, but with like a more clever, nerdy name.
Yeah.
Or like Czechoslovakian eBay or something. eBay or something.
eBay.
I just said it.
I remember going to Captain Blue Hen Comics in Newark. Shout out to see Steve Dillon was doing a signing. He's the guy who co-created Preacher and The Boys with Garth Ennis. He's the artist for behind all this. So I was like, all right, I got some. He's from England, so it's not like he's going to come through a lot.
Ennis is from England too, right?
Yes. I think Ennis is Scottish, but same fucking thing. But they were Steve Dillon was over here, and I was like, all right, well, he's in Newark. Why wouldn't I go to get some shit signed?
Sure.
So I had a bunch of Preacher stuff I wanted to get signed, and I waited in a line. It was me and Dave Janis, and he was actually doing quick sketches for people, kind of like that boardwalk shit.
Oh,
yeah, just like doing a quick sketch for you.
I remember
like,
this one.
Like $20 or so. So sit down. He's at one of the booths there. We sit down, and he just looks at Dave. And is like, "What do you guys like? What's up? Like, how you guys doing? Like, what do you want me to do?" And he's like, "Me and him on a tandem bicycle wearing SS uniforms." And this guy, who by the way was chain smoking indoors, just kind of looked up, didn't bat an eye, and sketched it out.
That's an artist.
Yeah. Did not fucking flinch. So, like, you read the fucked up shit that goes on in Preacher and in The Boys and stuff like that. You're just like, okay, yeah, this guy's definitely got something wrong with him. That's why he can come up with such great shit for that.
Is he the fucking artist on Crossed?
The early shit.
Yeah,
yes.
that's fucking crazy,
Maybe
too.
the first 2, I think, arcs. He's dead now, but...
Yeah, but that's the Ennis arc, so that's crazier shit.
He did all this stuff with Ennis and kind of bounced out after that. But yeah, so, yeah, it's just like... Me and him on a tandem bicycle on SS uniforms. He just kind of like, it just did it.
Just matter of fact.
But this, like, the line at the fucking place was just like, oh, Jesus Christ, dude. Like, I like this. I like the same thing as these fucking creatures.
Yeah.
Oh God. So many Hawaiian shirts. It's like, what the fuck is going on?
I try to live my life as like I'm no better than anybody else.
Yeah,
but. There is a line.
Yes.
No. I've been to horror conventions. I'm better than a lot of people.
A lot of them.
I can say that with like utter confidence.
Yes.
I never walk into a building and thinking I'm anything but the lowest piece of shit in the room, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I walk into places where other comic book dudes are hanging out, and I'm like, God. And I'm just like, I am the most badass dude in this entire fucking building right now.
I'm the most eligible bachelor here. I'm the best one.
It's not even a bold claim. No. It's not even like a close like competition. It's like, yeah, dude.
They also won't fight you on that.
Oh no. Actually, that's not true.
Well,
that's not, dude.
Yeah, because maybe they would think that about themselves.
This is a fun story.
They just haven't met the right nice girl yet.
My regular comic book store, shout out Comic Mania, on Kirkwood Highway now. It used to be over in Newport, but now it's on Kirkwood Highway. Has this saying on Mondays. It's Magic Monday. That's when they have Magic the Gathering games going on there. And Comic Man used to be right next door to the shop where I used to work at. So I would go over there on breaks all the time, before work, after work, just shoot the shit with the guys that work there. And they knew I was coming all the time. They're like, look, don't come in on Mondays. It gets a little hectic in here and we can't come talk to you. We're going to be really busy. I'm like, what the fuck you mean? I've been coming here since 1989 when you guys opened. Like, what are you talking about? And I went in once on Monday, not thinking, just not realizing it was Monday. And there was tables full of people playing Magic the Gathering. Okay, fine. But I saw a guy wearing all this, like, he's wearing scrubs and he had all this shit around his neck, like doctor shit, right? And he's screaming at a kid who's no more than 13, just motherfuckering him left and right over a game of Magic the Gathering. So I'm like, I asked the dude working there, I was like, what's up with that guy? He's like, is he a doctor? He's like, no, he's a dentist. I'm like, shouldn't they have better fucking manners towards a fucking little kid? He's like, he's fucking cussing and motherfuckering a little kid, like a 13-year-old. Like, probably barely had boners yet, over a Magic the Gathering game. And he's like, dude, I fucking told you, this place gets fucking hectic. And when they moved locations, they actually added more Magic tables to the comic book store. And the girl who owns it now, like her dad used to own it, she owns it now. She's like, 80% of our income is Magic the Gathering. The other 20% is actual comic books.
Makes sense.
Mm-hmm. That tracks.
It's like the Warhammer shit too.
Yeah, they make more money off gaming shit, and on Mondays when they have like this shit on, like, is a little bit cheaper, and they have the tournaments. They make more money on that Monday than they do like in 2 weeks. It's fucking insane. And those fucking people are passionate.
I mean, they have fucking full on like tournaments and shit at casinos and whatnot. They like, or like.
Can you imagine walking on one of those places?
They have like, yeah, it's like poker, but like for fucking nerds. so they like wind it down until like you get to the final table of like the fucking supreme geek. And yeah, I think Pat and Gretsch, who were in Bottom Feeder with me, both have entered those tournaments.
How far did they get?
I think they've made it like a couple rounds, but never till like the end.
Probably not far.
But I'll say this, those fucking nerds, I love those too. They went on tour with some fucking other like pirate band. And
you told me the story, go ahead, keep going.
They fucking got a table and put it right in front of the fucking stage, like dead center, like, and blocked the fans, and played Magic the Gathering while the band was on stage, like fucking jamming out. At one point though, the dude in the band playing like came down and started like playing with them. But like they got a table, literally took like the best spot in the whole fucking room and put a table there and just started playing Magic and like weren't even paying attention to the band on stage.
That's fucked up.
That was definitely Pat's idea.
100%.
No doubt in my fucking mind that was his idea.
But Gretsch is a fucking sneak too, so like he would do some
the
shit
dreadlocks
like
fool you.
Yeah.
Like maybe this guy isn't a nerd. Like, nope. Dude.
No, they're definitely nerds. They fucking started a band that was themed about pirates.
That's true. When I first started, because the only place you can buy comic books was tobacco stores, like cigarette shops. There used to be a thing back then.
They're around.
When my mom first started, she would go get my dad's cigarettes. She was like, let me buy shit off spinny rack. And then she's like, let's go see if there's other places that have more comic books since you've already read everything this place has. And she took me to this place on, I think it's still around, on Main Street in Newark called Days of Nights.
Yeah, it's still
you
there.
Familiar with it?
It's still hanging on, yeah.
Yeah, it's basically a D&D store.
It's yeah. I was Warhammer and Magic, yeah.
So 89, I was 10. I was 10 years old. I peeked my head in the door and it was dark as fuck, and this is like noon on like a weekend. And I was like, do you guys sell comic books or whatever? And these three dudes, like under a 60-watt light bulb, like it's an interrogation room, just stare at me. And I was like, do you guys sell comic books? And one guy's like, no. Doesn't break eye contact with me at all. And I just kind of like backed out like Homer into the hedge. It's like, all right, I'm out of here. I'm never coming back here again. And I didn't. I was like, this is fucking terrifying. They looked at me like, how fucking dare you walk into this place of business?
I've still never been in there once.
It's somehow still open.
Well, it looks like you have homework.
Yeah.
Dude. I'd get one of those dudes to come on the podcast.
I'll have something to do that day.
Oh, you fucking coward, dude.
Fuck those people are a bit much even for me.
Oh yeah, they get a little intense sometimes.
Well, the thing you can't talk about other things with them either.
recently I had this bug up my ass where I had never played D&D because I was always like had this stupid notion in my head that I was cool, even though of course I was not cool at all, right? I was like, yeah, I'm too cool for that shit, right?
I don't know, man.
Secretly hiding my fucking comic book collection. So I just always kind of like put it off. And then like more and more I'm like, that looks like a lot of fucking fun. And a lot of people I knew played. So I was like, you know what? Hey, I want to try this shit. And I hit up a bunch of people I know that played. Like I hit up Nate. I hit up Nate. I hit up Bill D. And shit. I was just like, yo, man, like, I want to get started. Can you help me get started? And everybody was like, I'll help you get started and build a character, but you can't come play my game.
Well, they're in the middle of campaigns. It's very important.
Like, I was just like, well, you know, it doesn't have to be a certain day. I just like to come and just kind of sit back and watch and, you know, see. And everybody was just like, I'll help you buy the right shit that you need to get started, but that's where it stops. It was basically like fucking Todd Jones came down and was like, you can't be one of us or whatever.
Yeah.
It was like, God damn, dude.
No, if you hit up Nate now, I think he does like a new campaign like every week.
He was doing this thing for a while. It was at a local bar where he would set up D&D games at the bar.
Yeah, he does that.
He does it all the time.
It's something in Pines. I forget what the other P is. It's like, you know, penis and pines or whatever, but it was like something D&D.
I hope that's what it is.
That'd be great. But it was something D&D related.
I think it's something in brews or something.
Oh, maybe that's what it is. But something you're like, you're clever and shit. But I was like, that's kind of a cool idea.
Yeah, it's on the tip of my fucking tongue. I remember.
Yo, can you imagine, dude?
He's gonna hear this episode and be like, "You fucking cunts! This is
like,
what
it's this. Like,
plug it for me, you sons of bitches."
Hey, maybe answer a text message, Nate.
Yeah, you fucking
how about that?
Bug-eyed freak.
Hey, don't be mean.
Could you imagine how fucking those games get when alcohol's involved?
No.
This is what I want to do. I want to find the bar that they're doing this at, right? And I'd say I'd wait till the game's like 3 hours in, right? So everybody's kind of, if they are drinking, they're a little bit shitty at this point. And I want to get an attractive female and just send her in and just see what happens. Just have her like sit really close to them, but no, not with them, but just sit really close to them and just see what happens. I want to see if they look up from the game, and I want to see if they get even more competitive and just start like giving each other shit and just start really going feral when they see a titty. That would be fucking great.
What's other titties out? What are we talking about here?
You'd kind of have to. I mean, normally with those types of dudes, like, you know, anything remotely attractive would catch their eye. But if they're in a campaign, you got to have some kind of flesh out to show. You know, maybe just like a bottom of a butt cheek or a fucking top of a titty.
This is awfully presumptive of you.
I just have her walk up to him and just be like, oh, so who's winning? Just something innocuous like that. And it could either have them all like just get fucking boners in their pants and lose their minds, or them just like, you stupid fucking bitch! That's not how this fucking game works! Just lose their minds at her. That's the either two ways I think it could go. Either they would just be like, oh, or they would just be like, get the fuck away from us while we're fucking playing. Like, do you know how many fucking dice I gotta roll right now?
There's too many sides of this die.
But I watched like the people have like these cool ass boards that they play on. They have all their little dudes are all painted up and looking badass. I'm like, this looks fun as fuck.
Oh, that's Warhammer.
Yeah, Warhammer's the fucking.
Oh yeah, the shit Bill does. That shit looks fucking awesome. I'm like, oh what? So a couple of hours, I don't have to be myself. I can pretend to be anybody else. This sounds great. I love RPGs on video games. I'm like, this could be a good thing for me. And just.
Yeah, but would you get into character? Would you be like, oh, I'm a little demon troll? Ah.
I would, but I would also be really silly about it, and I think that might piss people off.
I don't know. Depends on the game.
And maybe if it's a little longer, it would just change me.
It depends on who's with you too.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're with a bunch of dudes that you don't know, they'll probably be fucking shitty about it. But like, if you're about a bunch of your friends,
yeah. If it's like you and like five of your like dudes like you grew up with, it's got to have some silliness to the campaign, just a little bit.
I know a lot of people who have
chaotic evil and just fucking ruin everything for everybody.
I had somebody explain all this shit, like chaotic neutral, chaotic evil and shit. I was just like, I know all these words, but I'm not processing them in my brain at all, what you're saying, but it sounds badass.
And you have to like stick to it.
Yeah.
Like, because if you're going to be a chaotic evil, you're just literally going to fucking ruin the game for everyone.
I don't want to be a party pooper.
No, but I mean, they'll deal with you. They'll probably kill you pretty quickly, but like...
So I get to go home now? Nice.
But dude, somebody's like explained like the story behind Warhammer and shit. Like they all the guns like shoot nails and they kill like
That's where the bolt throwers from.
yeah, and they kill like half rat, half human people.
Yeah.
I'm like, this sounds fucking awesome. I'm like, I want to do that, and everybody's just like, oh, we'll get you started, but then you're on your own forever. Like, you can't sit at our table. It's like, fuck, man. So then I was just like, all right, I'm not going to do it.
Part of the fucking thing with Warhammer though is painting the dolls.
Those things look fucking badass though.
Yeah, you get the fucking magnifying glass and like the real fine fucking.
That shit looks like so fucking cool.
Pat does it. He doesn't show. He used to post like here's the fucking things I've worked on.
Bill does it.
We went to fucking Canada to see Bolt Thrower, ironically, and they went.
Oh, you told me this story too. It's great.
They were like, they went up there. Well, Pat wanted to see Bolt Thrower because he never saw him anymore. Gretsch came with us because they were like, oh, the fucking Magic and Warhammer shit's cheaper in Canada. So he like literally drove like 8 hours, like an hour and a half into Canada in London. That's where we went, London, Ontario. And they went fucking on like comic book and like Magic and Warhammer shit.
Dude, can you imagine if that iteration of Bonafeeder went on tour, that they would probably blow all their money the first 2 nights. And not on shit like food or booze.
No, it'd be on fucking Magic stuff.
Yeah. And he was like, yo, how come I can't fit my cabinet in the van? And there's like, oh, it's because they have cases of just figurines and shit. Yeah. Like, dude.
You got to mail it home. That's a amateur move.
Good point. But
amateur move to take it in the van.
Fucking Pat used to post these things. It was like a whole like spread out like battlefield. It was like a game board with all these painted characters. And I was like, dude, that looks badass, dude. I want to do that so bad. But I don't know if I could have like Pat be like the guy who showed me how to do things, because I'd probably go home and hang myself. He's one of the few dudes that
can fucking silence you.
Can silence me easily. He is fucking hilarious, and he can roast better than any comedian I've ever seen. He is fucking insane.
Yeah. Huh. Try being in a band with him.
Oh, god damn it, dude.
Every fucking time I walk into a room, he had something to say.
And he's so fucking stupid looking. So, like, you try to give it... try to give him shit back, and he just shrugs it off and just fucking... he'll still kill you.
You gotta earn his respect. You have to keep going. If you shrivel up like you do, you're done. You're done. He's gonna kill you.
He said something to me that fucking still hits me to this day. It's not even something like roast-wise. We played with Die Hard at the Manhattan Room in Philly.
Oh, the M Room, yeah.
The one with all the glass mirrors on the side.
The M Room, yeah.
And he came up to me after. He was like, "Yo, I used to go see Dead and Buried all the time, and you would just shit talk the entire crowd the entire time, and you didn't do that tonight. You've changed." And I was just like, "I'm still me," like that kind of attitude. I was like, "Fuck me, dude." Just fucking... And Die Hard was fucking great that night. And he said one of the funniest things ever. He was asking for stage dives. And the band's played on the floor. There was no stage. He was like, more fucking stage dives. Front to back. Side to side. Ass to mouth. And I was fucking howling. And I was like, all right. I'll go somewhat serious. When we played. And then he was like, you fucking changed. I was like... Fuck. Took all the wind right out of my fucking sails.
Damn, where is he at?
He's still around.
Well,
I don't think I can convince him to come down to Delaware.
Yeah.
Because half of the times he would roast me would be about the fact that I was from Delaware.
That's hack, though.
Yeah, no, but he wouldn't go for the stupid, I'm in Delaware, I'll go to the Screen Door Factory, or shit like that. You know, those jokes that we've heard a million times. He would actually have, like, good, solid material. I
don't know.
He's to be experienced. Like you say that.
It seems as though I never will. So
you say that, and I understand you saying like, yeah, he doesn't seem all that great, but dude, unleash that fucking guy in his prime element, and he will.
I believe it.
Actually, he's well, he's got that Born Tired band that's like playing around. They're more like
I've seen
him and Len.
Yeah, they're more like propaganda like type stuff. But I wouldn't be surprised if they end up on like one of your shows type thing. Len like
where does he live now?
Yeah, Len's around. Yeah,
Ewing, like or in the general vicinity of Ewing.
How close is that to Len?
Len lives in Ewing. Pat lives like maybe a town over.
If I could convince Lynn to bring Pat with him next time.
That would be the way to get Pat down here.
And also,
if Len drove,
we wouldn't have to show up. We would just let Pat just take over.
Just turn it on and just...
Yeah. He's one of those people. It's like you just turn them on, set them loose, and you're good.
While we're talking about our friends, I have a couple installments of our friends do cool shit.
Oh, yeah.
That I've been meaning to get to.
Is this a fucking new installment?
It's just general promotion.
Yeah.
For shit, because these episodes come out, and then I'm like, oh, I wish I fucking plugged whatchamacallit.
Gotcha.
So this episode today is March 27th, and let's see, Saturday, March 30th is Maeve Hennessy's show that she was talking about on episode 74. Remember, she said that it was in the works.
Show? Oh, the one. Okay, the one she had really planned.
It is. The show is called Get to the Point, and it is a PowerPoint-based comedy show.
That's fun.
At the Comedy Sports Theater. I don't know where that is, or I don't know where in town that is in Philly, but it's Saturday, March 30th, 9:00, and she's hosting. Nice.
Does it say who else is on it or anything?
She posted the lineup on her stories before, and I took a screenshot of. It's people I don't know, but
was Chris Wood on it?
I don't think so.
Oh, that's the perfect place for him.
But a PowerPoint-based comedy show is very funny to me. And then the next day, Sunday, March 31st is at the Auto Bar is Stopwatch. They're playing with Pronouns, Sunny Mondays, and more. 7 o'clock, $15. Check out Stopwatch if you're in Baltimore. And just announced April 20th at the Center for Creative Arts right in my town. Scarab, Balmora, Final Resting Place, that new metal band, Cross of Disbelief, and the first show of a new Delaware band called Tarnished.
Nice.
Booked by Andrew Walker. That is Saturday, April 20th. Doors $6:30, $15 cash.
Didn't Balmora just play here?
They did. They're from Connecticut, I guess.
House band now?
Huh? I go.
Wait, when does this come out?
I'm not complaining. Today is the 27th.
Fuck. Thanks for coming to the Eternal Sleep Steel Nation Cancer Priest Morbid.
That's why we plugged it last week.
Son of a bitch. Is that are you done?
I am.
April 13th at the Elmer Grange in Elmer, New Jersey. Go check out Damage Control, Dead Upon Arrival, Lasting Dose, and Crime Rate, the world's most unmysterious band ever, featuring John Martello, John Lowe, and Chris Evans. Don't let their whole mystery shtick fool you. They're just a bunch of dorks from Doylestown. But you should still go support them because they're good boys. So yeah, go check that out if you're close to Elmer, New Jersey. Alex does a great job with his shows, and he really looks out for bands, and he's a good boy. So he's been on this show a million times. So check it out.
I have a Morbid Cross show to plug next week.
Oh,
that's coming up.
Also, sometime in May, Cancer Priest will be in Lansdale with Lunar Blood, waiting on more details from Evan soon. And our new EP, Tales from the Simulation, will be out early summer on Dollar Hide Records, which is done by Sleepy Phil Perreni. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got.
Is it going to be on wax?
No, just tape.
You cunts.
Well, I think we're going to do the fucking CD ourselves. Like, I would just fucking pay for a run of vinyl, but it's too expensive.
It's very expensive.
It's too expensive for me.
Why doesn't your band get better so you can fucking push vinyl?
I've been trying. But honestly, it turns out the weak link is me. Yeah, I'm the fucking one holding everything back. We have another recurring segment that I just made up like 2 weeks ago, maybe?
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know.
No, then you'll...
It's recurring. It's the first one.
Yeah, this is actually the second installment.
I've
sequel. Fallen into a wormhole of dog Instagram pages, and I've been watching a lot of poodle videos done by Japanese and Chinese people. Now, that's not the funny part. These pictures are fucking cute as hell. Don't get me wrong. But you read the captions, obviously it's in Mandarin or whatever language, so you gotta hit the C translate button to see what's really being said. And some of it is quite disturbing and weird and just off the fucking wall. So I'm going to show you guys these pictures, and then I'm going to read you the caption that goes with it. And this segment is called Lost in Translation. Now I'm going to show you these two fun fellas.
Mm-hmm. One smiling.
See them there? Little cute little guys there.
A little toothy guy.
This one says, even today, it's only hammer that smells like Bengals in my body. I feel good after drinking a cup. That's a good one, right? And then we have these little sleepy guys. Oh, look at them. Just sleeping, snoozing.
With their little bonnets.
With their little bonnets on, just loving it, little tongue sticking out. It says, you thought it was? You don't sleep on these. LOL, my pretty is wearing pajamas. I don't always wear red and hot, but... That's a fun one. Then you see this little goofy character. He's just peering around the corner. He's like, what's going on there? You know what I mean? It says, dumb. Don't fall and walk safe. Don't worry about me. Wow. I was like, you consider it done, dude.
That's very Piggy sister of him.
Yeah, Piggy sister was the last time. That was using like multiple captions. Now you see this little fella. Just vibing.
Looks like a toy.
Just a little guy. It says on it here, the smell of powdered milk. Then it's a baby emoji. Like a father, a baby for life. Which is kind of like, what the fuck?
That looks like your needs.
Look at him. Just having a great day.
Something about that disturbs
Cute
me.
Little fucking...
Kind of looks like bad guy and Zeke.
That's what I'm telling you. Now, underneath this picture, it says, who sprayed the milk and where is the smell? 4 sisters who still smell like milk after 11 years old. That's
4 sisters, there's only 2 of them.
Yeah, exactly. That's the real fucking weird thing.
Where's the milk and where's the other 2 sisters?
Like the milk is like this common thing in like the caption. I was like, what? Powdered milk and spraying milk, like that's gotta like translate to something completely different in their language. But it's just fucking weird. It's gotta be
like Piggy's sister.
Yeah, Piggy's sister was like the spraying cum. Like, see these cute dogs? They smell like cum. It's like, what? Why did the dog smell like bleach? That's weird. Oh. So that was Lost in Translation. That's all I had for that guy.
I got one that we haven't touched on in a long time.
Uh-oh. Oh, no. Which one?
I got some daily jocularity for you
guys.
Shit.
Oh, shit. I actually might have one from the reserves.
Now, as we know, our most reliable plug...
Oh, Rostagrams, dude.
He kind of skews a little political nowadays.
Yeah. He's not afraid, dude.
No, clearly.
I
but
don't have any.
I have a couple good ones here. And
Rostagrams is a guy I used to work with at ShopRite. He's a really good dude, but he's just an old Republican. That's just all I'll say about him. I don't want to fucking air his business out.
Well, he's posted some fire memes. And I collected them. This one says, if you love someone, set them free. If they come back, it means nobody liked them. Set them free again.
Bars. Is there a picture with it?
Yeah.
There's normally something that doesn't apply.
It's like a fucking lawnmower.
It's just text.
Oh, it's just one of those. It's like a lawnmower or a picture of Batman. You're just like, what the fuck? That doesn't make any sense in this context.
This is a picture of Joe Biden waving.
Oh, God. Here he goes.
It says, see you later, alligator. And then the picture below is an alligator sticking his head out of the water and says, in a while, pedophile.
Oh, Jesus.
I told you, he got political.
Fucking buried him, dude.
There's
buried him.
There's one more Biden. It's him at the podium like this, and he says, things could be worse. Re-elect me, and I'll prove it.
Oh, topical.
Nice jab at him. This one is also just text, and it says, woman tries to cut off lover's penis. Missed and cut his thigh. Charged with misdemeanor.
That's actually pretty good. That's actually legit funny to me.
And then
that's great.
I have one more. The last one is 2 kids with overalls with their hands in their pockets, just one looking at the other kind of inquisitively.
Right.
It says, have you ever listened to some folks for a minute and thought, their cornbread ain't done in the middle?
Do you know how... Dude, I'm going to overuse that so many times now. In the next coming months, I'm just going to be like, that boy's cornbread ain't done in the middle. God damn it, dude. God damn it.
I told you, I picked some good ones.
Speaking of Mr. Biden, I attempted to watch the State of the Union address. I don't know if you guys have heard anything about it.
Never heard of it, no.
But know about what was said. And normally it was just regular shit, right? But Biden,
I saw him getting fucking argument with that fucking Cro-Magnon, Marcy Taylor Greene.
Yeah.
I did see her try to address for call for order in the hall, and the whole hall laughed at her.
Yeah,
which was very funny.
But there is a point where he gets on a tangent about how potato chips. There's not enough potato chips in a bag of potato chips anymore.
He's not wrong.
Yeah, but it's like you're gonna wait till the State of the Union address to get into that. He's just like, you used to open a bag of chips and, there'd be chips right there, right at the top. Now, you got to put your hand halfway in there before you even touch a potato chip. And just like, he gave a lot of time to potato chip talk in this. I'm like, you only have an hour, bro.
That's what his fucking brain is made of.
God damn it, dude.
They both fucking suck.
I don't
want to get into political fucking thing because it's stupid, but Jesus Christ, we got to fucking deal with those two morons again.
It's so sad. It's very sad.
And then fucking that other idiot, fucking RFK, is like, fucking Aaron Rodgers. I'm like, cool, great. There's not even a third viable option.
He's talking about doing a running with Liz Cheney.
No, he literally came out today. It was like Aaron Rodgers or fucking Jesse Ventura.
Oh, I heard he was running with Liz Cheney.
No.
That guy's voice bugs me too.
Oh, that's the other thing. It's like, I don't want to hear that. I don't want him to get elected because I don't want to hear his fucking voice.
Yeah. Could you imagine this like from that voice?
I get that he had like a fucking issue or whatever.
Yeah.
Some health, but I can't.
It doesn't mean you want to hear it.
No.
Every time something happens in the nation, it's like, oh, like, Jesus Christ.
I can't think of that many times I've even listened to the president speak, so I don't mind.
Well, I tune into some shit because it's like, this might be important. It's something I should watch, I
have to disagree.
And
I don't think so.
The thing is, like, I think that, right? And then I watch it. I'm like, oh, this is why I don't watch these. This is why I shouldn't waste my fucking time.
Exactly.
This is brutal as fuck. Yeah, he went into a tangent about potato chip bags not being as full as they used to be. Called it shrinkflation. Shrink is actually a grocery store term.
It is.
It's
a food term, really.
Yeah. And yeah, he went way too into that when he could have been talking about various other things going on in the nation.
There is a reason for
what's that?
The air in the bags. It's so that in transport, the chips don't get crushed by being transported next to each other.
Yeah.
Well, spraying Pringles then, you fucking idiot.
It's in a hard tube.
Oh, shit. Fucking buried you, Tom. What the fuck, bro? He fucking saw your argument, was poking holes in it, then he just sunk it. Damn, dude. Like you were stocked in Russia in a submarine.
Maybe in a Pringle can.
Damn, actually, that's why I would have kept Stockton Rush alive a lot longer.
Exactly. Now, how stupid do you feel?
I always feel stupid, to tell you the truth. But I gotta pee.
Oh, good. Now, my foray into being single is still pretty new.
Yeah.
It's been about 2 months or so.
Mm-hmm.
But, like any curious person, I downloaded a dating app.
You're going to say which one?
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Yes, it does, because Tinder's a fucking, like, cesspool.
Well,
yeah, he's right.
It was Tinder.
Okay.
I had it for about 12 hours, and then I deleted it because I was like, this is, number one, absolutely useless.
I beg to differ on that
number
one.
Number two, it's just awful.
Tinder doubled my numbers in about 6 months.
It did nothing for me.
I've seen. Obviously, I don't need it because I've been married for 20 years. But
God damn, 20 years now.
Well, I haven't been married. We've been together 20 years in June. Been married. We'll be married 15 in October.
Shout out to him.
Diana's such a sweetheart.
Shout out, Di.
She's such a sweetheart, dude.
Yeah, she's the MVP.
Quick side story. That M Room show I just talked about.
Yeah.
Diana beat up a girl in the bathroom.
That was Lauren's fault. She started it.
Well,
so Lauren went and fought her in the bathroom.
Yeah.
And Diana was like, pulled her off. And then the girl was like, fuck you, you fucking bitch. And then Diana just like kneed her in the face and knocked her out.
Dude, she was fucking lumped up, dude. Oh, God. I remember she came out still like mouthing off. And I think it was like one of the people that worked at the place was like, sweetheart, seriously, stop.
It was that fucking chick Hannah that dated Jay Lansdale for.
Speaking of people that get beat up a lot. Okay. I'm sorry.
Well, also a thing that those apps do now is they try to make you pay just to use the most basic features.
Oh,
like I'm not paying. I'm number one, this app sucks. Number two, I'm not paying to use it.
I'm paying. I'll just get a hooker.
Sure.
What?
I don't need it that
support
bad.
sex workers, dude.
Well, good for you. That's very progressive of you, actually. But it was a trope I heard a long time ago on an old radio show that women have no game at all.
Really?
And on a brief stint on a dating app, I captured some these will remain nameless.
Yeah.
And locationless, just for privacy's sake. But I captured some of my favorite bios, just to give anyone else who could be single who listens to this show, probably plenty of you.
Do you think that's true?
Honestly, women don't need to have game.
It's true, too.
That's why they don't have it.
Because men are fucking scumbags, and all we need to see is the visual, and then we'll figure it out later.
That's why they don't need it, though.
Yeah, girls can just be like, sup, and you're just like, what do you want me to do?
Yeah, pretty much.
Where do you want me to go? What do you want me to do for you?
See, women have pussies.
Mm-hmm.
That's all they need. Guys, we need, like...
Charisma.
Stability. Charisma. Looks. This. Like,
you haven't
this,
named
that, and the
anything
third.
that I have yet.
So, therein lies my point, I think.
Charisma and charm is the only thing that's gotten me laid in my entire life.
These are some of the least charming bios I've ever heard in my life.
Can't wait.
I didn't know what to call this, but I'd say... It's the language of love taking place in real time.
Oh, we'll workshop it, dude.
That's what you used to call it, the language of love.
We already have one.
We already have that.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. It's Indian guys commenting on porn stars' Instagram
the best.
pages. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Show Bob, please.
Yeah. Show Bob and Vagine.
Please.
Yeah.
So here's some I picked out. These are all like one-liners. Let's just skip the small talk and just trauma dump. You first.
Ugh.
These are all going to be very bad, just so you know.
Fun.
That never works.
It's getting cold, so I am just here for the chance to steal your hoodies.
Oh, that's kind of clever.
Is it?
It's mildly. I'd give it like a 3.
Yeah, I might swipe on that one.
Recently downloaded this game on my phone. Am I winning?
Yeah, I hate
Christ.
her. She's,
Yeah.
What do you swipe left for now?
Yeah.
That's what I did.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yes.
She could be the hottest fucking chick in the world.
Yeah.
It could be Diana.
Seriously.
Diana said that, swipe left.
This is making my point. This is making my point.
Yeah, if Diana said that shit to you like tonight, you'd be like, all right, pack your shit.
The rest
come back when you realize what you did.
Dogs stay here. Yeah.
the recipe to my heart, Kevin's chili.
Damn.
What?
Kevin's must have some good chili.
That's an office trope.
Oh, yeah, the fucking idiot that dropped it. Yeah,
Yes.
I forgot about that.
And
But that might have been really good chili. We don't know.
It's true.
Well, it's not for us to know, you know?
It's fine. I'm not even thinking about what she said. I'm just thinking about chili. God, I'm fat. Sorry, keep going.
These ones are these are longer than one-liners.
Okay.
But there's only a couple. Open to exploring, likes, coffee, binge watching the same 3 shows, minimalism, outer space. Dislikes, capitalism, the sound of someone running in flip-flops, tomatoes, outer space.
What?
Exactly.
Damn. She's an enigma, this one.
Up for adventure, and then let me name the fucking... basically name water. So, like...
I also like minimalism.
Yeah.
Shut up, dumb fuck.
Like, in what aspect, lady? Obviously not in your profile, because it fucking goes on and on.
Maybe it's like a metaphor for small dicks.
It's true.
It gives a lot of people hope.
Either way.
I like minimalism. It's like...
good.
Yeah.
All I got is the mushroom cap.
Cha-ching.
I got a mushroom cap and a shit ton of pubes. What's up, girl?
Searching for great conversation. Open to the idea of starting a relation. Coming at you like the latest sensation. Hoping to have some familiarization. During this experimentation. Haha, yup. On the journey to living my best life.
What's the opposite of a boner?
What is that?
Because I have that now.
Was that Fred Durst? That rhyme scale was fucking out of control, dude.
Bars, dude.
I would start a relationship with her just to hit her. That was so bad. Like, I would seriously like swipe and go on a date with her, just be like, look, do you realize how horrible this fucking profile is? Like, no matter anything else you have going for you, is just
Yeah, like all they have to do is say like, hey, I like fucking this type of music, long walks on the beach, blah blah blah, and then that's it. You're like, I don't care.
yeah.
I personally don't.
Half time, just give them the location and you're cool.
I like dogs. What's up?
Yeah.
Hi, she, her. Teacher, free Palestine. I really love coffee, sharing food, jumping into bodies of water, follow-up questions, new hikes, exploring on bikes. What are you reading? What are you watching?
Ugh.
It's just so fucking boring.
That's the least offensive one though so far.
Yeah, seriously.
Fair enough, actually. You know what? Yeah. I got 2 more. Typical vocal Virgo. If I like you, you'll know it. If I don't, you also will. Concerts are my hobby. Metal music is my choice of poison. Free spirit, finding my way after being hurt. So whatever happens, happens. Just finding where I belong. Tattoos, beards, and dad bods.
As soon as she said her fucking sign, I was like, nope.
I'm super good.
And half the time when they say free spirit, that just means obnoxious. That means you won't get a word in edgewise. God damn it, dude.
This is my favorite one. My stats. Wingspan, 5'1". Most pizza in one sitting, 8 slices.
Nice.
Bench press, 3 puppies. Pun game, 100. Harry Potter, 9 3/4. Thrilled to be back in Wawa territory. Go Birds.
So wait, she said wingspan 5'1", so she's 5'1" this way?
Yes, exactly.
Holy shit, lady.
Wingspan, not height, wingspan.
So she could be anything in height.
She could be 6'1".
Yeah, with a fucking with really short arms.
Yeah.
Yes. Jesus Christ. Here's the thing. I was on board until Go Birds. Everything else was like, all right, I can work with that. I can work with that. I can deal with that. I can work with that. I can deal with that. Go Birds.
Oh boy.
Deuces. I'm out of here. God damn, dude.
So that's what's out there. If anyone can't download Tinder or is curious about it,
dude.
I just did it for you.
I'm glad I gave up.
Don't worry about it.
I'm glad I gave up on fucking. Because that sounds painful.
Fucking stoked that I'm married and I don't have to ever play that game
God
again.
damn it. It's
That's
the worst.
Exactly what I did.
Fucking worst.
Exactly what I did. After peering through these apps, I was like, this is fucking awful, and deleted them both.
I probably, if I was ever single again, I'd probably just find one of my single friends and be like, listen, we're not going to get any better. Let's just fucking do this. Let's just settle now.
Settle.
I have 2 girls that I've met on Tinder that will hit me up. They're like, look, I'm going to be in Wilmington this day. Do you want to meet up? Not for drinks, not for anything. That just says, do you want to meet up? And I'm like, if I'm available, I'm like, yeah. And you pretty much go to where they're at, you fuck, and then you leave. And everything's great. That's what I would like to have for the rest of my life. No, like, yeah, there's some conversation, occasionally go out to eat after or before. But other than that, it's just, all right, now, then you see you later. You don't really text much or anything like that. Just not like really, no check-in. Oh, how are you today, babe? Or any of that shit. It's just like, no frills. Like, well, I'm going to be in town. Do you want to fuck? I want to fuck. Let's fuck later. And then it's like, all right, cool. I'm good.
In the past, when I had Tinder once before and I was using it more regularly, I hooked up with one person I ever matched with. I dated her for 8 months. And then it didn't end well because we didn't get along, and then I never did it again.
Wait, do I know this person?
I don't think so.
Oh, I thought it was, never mind. I thought it was someone more on the nose.
Some of the people I did match with on Tinder that I did end up going on a date with, you can tell within the first 30 minutes what's going to happen. So it's just like, they start talking, you start responding, and you're just like, yeah, this is just going to be annoying. I don't care if you do put out later. I'm out. I'm done. I'm not doing it. I'm like, I just say it. I was like, look, I'm not really enjoying myself, so I'm just going to go and pay for whatever they've bought already and just leave.
Nice.
I mean, if that makes me an asshole, whatever, but it's like, at least I'm not going to lead you on, try to get into your pants about it or anything like that.
That I won't do. I won't waste time.
Well, yeah, it's just like, it's not like there's anything wrong with them physically or anything like that. It's just like the conversation, how it's going, and how the vibe is and everything. You're just like, nope. I
also try to look like a couple weeks down the road and be like, is this something that's going to happen more than once? If no, then I don't care about it really.
Yeah, I go like, this is like, can this go 4 months?
Yeah, if that's a no, absolutely the fuck not. I won't do that.
And I'll just be straight up like, look,
anymore.
I'm like you're nice and all, and like I appreciate you meeting up with me, but I don't think this is going to be a thing. I was like, so I'm just going to let's finish eating. Like this is like after you eat everything. It's like, I'll still pay for everything, whatever. And but I'm done.
I did the fuck around like bullshit game in my 20s.
Yeah.
That's behind me now. And every single year of my 30s has been better than the last. So I have a couple of news stories, by the way.
These better be good.
There's a couple.
Sure, if I lay fuck down here, they better be good.
This guy's name, Alex Andrade, I think. Mm-hmm. Florida Republicans keep trying to argue that slavery wasn't so bad. Oof. Florida State Representative Alex Andrade said during the discussion of an anti-CRT bill that some slaves were actually paid. Alex Andrade is seen during a hearing at the Florida State Capitol, January 10th, 2024. A controversial education bill passed in a Florida House vote on Friday. One Republican lawmaker said, used the opportunity to wonder why educators don't talk about how some slaves were paid for their labor. The bill, known as CSHB 1291, would ban teacher preparation programs and similar courses that teach identity politics or are based on theories that systematic racism, sexism, oppression, and privilege are inherent in the institutions of the United States. During debate over the bill, State Representative Alex Andrade forcefully argued the point that some slaves were paid. Quote, "There is only one way to teach about slavery in Florida, and that is that it was evil," Andrade said. But if we can't have an honest discussion and say that some slaves were paid for their work and were able to actually get a portion of payment that slave owners received for their labor, then we're afraid of teaching accurate history. That's Mr. Andrade right there.
Good job, Florida.
Oh, shocking. He's white.
Exactly. If you were not aware that some slaves received payment, not that payment was good, not that payment was valid or moral, but if we can't even have that discussion in this room, what hope do we have to teach and actually agree on facts? What hope do we have? He continued. The overwhelming majority of slaves were, of course, not paid for their labor. Moreover, slaves were treated as property without basic rights. Florida Republicans are hell-bent on teaching our children that slavery wasn't bad, Florida Democratic Party Chair Nikki Fried said in a statement provided to Rolling Stone. She added that Representative Andrade's comments today are just the latest example of the GOP's obsession of whitewashing history, citing the Florida Board of Education requiring schools to teach that some black people benefited from slavery because they learned certain skills as slaves. Slavery was a horrific evil, Fried's statement continued. This shouldn't be a bold statement, and Florida's teachers should be able to teach that in the classroom. Florida Republicans' continued attempts to teach our children otherwise is immoral and outrageous, and every Republican elected in Florida should be put on record for answering Andrade's comments. Any answer that tries to justify or whitewash the evils of slavery should be considered disqualifying for office. And the editor picked this. Editor's picks. Florida State Representative Ashley Gant, Democrat, who is black, responded on social media. The atmosphere in the House chamber was so insulting and disrespectful, she wrote on Twitter. Shortly after Andrade's comments, white men telling me I may not be aware of facts about the enslavement of my people. All capitals. Who the fuck do these people think they are? She told Rolling Stone in an email that made the comments because of one line in a 200-plus page document that was being distorted by Democrats on the floor. She provided a link to a page of the National Humanities Center that described rare cases of slaves who were able to self-purchase their freedom.
Well, I can't wait to visit Florida in like 20 years just to see how fucking dumb everyone is. They're going to be like living in a completely different reality from like the rest of the world.
It's funny because all the times I've been to Florida, like the people have actually been very nice and there was no issue. But then you read about it and it's like, did I go to the right state?
That's because you're a grown-up and you're not going through their education system.
But it's funny, like
right now.
Yeah, everything he said, that guy said was awful and shit. But I would love to be in the room when he brought that up, just to feel that, like, feel all like the people of color in the fucking room just like like you can hear fists clenching, like so, and just to watch how many white dudes and white women are just like, oh, and just kind of looking away, just like, I'm not like backing away from him as fast as possible.
I'm looking for audible
tugging
groans.
Their collars, just like, oh shit, this isn't going to go well. That's probably so bad just to sit there and watch him say the shit. Burying himself like over and over.
Come on, guys.
It's like,
right?
You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, some of them were paid. And look, that is true. Some of them were paid. But here's the thing. It's a very, 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 very small percentage. And also, yeah, you got paid, but it was still a job you were forced to do at first. It's not like you applied for the job.
It's not that you wanted it.
They're like, look, you're going to do this job, but occasionally we'll throw you a loaf of bread or something like that. It's like you were still forced to take the job to begin with, or taken from the nation you came from to a new fucking country to do the job. So it's still, even if you get like a nickel an hour, it's still fucking slavery.
An hour? Shit, they're rich back then.
And they can't, like in these days, like black dudes and women could not shop anywhere. They couldn't go certain places. So you can make whatever. What the fuck are you going to do with it? You can't spend it because most shops won't let you in.
You would also have to leave the plantation or whatever, too. That's not going to happen.
Yeah. It's like, that's just fucking stupid. That's like those fucking assholes like, the Irish were slaves too.
Exactly.
You know, it's like, shut up, dude. Oh, god damn it, dude. The sad part is this dude will probably get elected over and over and over again.
Well, it's possible. Florida Republicans, who knows? Well, I actually have an Irish story. It's funny you say that.
Christ.
You,
fucking Hicks.
Well, you might
Euro
be
Hicks.
Are you fucking saying I'm Irish?
No, but I'm saying you might be familiar with hooligan songs, right? You know the song.
Yeah, you like the footy.
You know about the song about Molly Malone?
I might.
I actually think I might know parts of that song.
You're Irish, so.
Nothing I know from movies, though. It's nothing from like culture or anything like that.
Well, there's a statue of her in Dublin, right? And tourists have been asked to stop groping the breasts of Molly Malone.
That's awesome.
What was she packing?
Dublin City Council is considering taking steps to protect a popular city center statue.
That was good.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
You said a popular set.
Yeah.
Freudian slip.
I'm telling you, that's right.
Steps to protect a popular city center statue from damage following reports of wear through excessive handling. The bronze statue of local folk hero Molly Malone is a popular spot with tourists to the Irish capital. Visitors pose for photographs, touching the figure's exposed breasts, as a practice said to bring good luck. As a result, part of the statues has become tarnished over time. Now, Tilly Campbell, a student who works near the statue, has launched a campaign calling for an end to what she believes is a misogynistic tradition.
What, wanting luck?
Cripwell told the Telegraph, "A lot of people clamor around her, kiss her on the cheek, kiss her boobs. It's all inappropriate. It's reducing her to this derision and not giving her the status of being a national treasure." Molly Malone is a figure from Irish folklore, the protagonist of a song about a girl who sells cockles and mussels from a barrow down in Dublin's Fair City. A bronze sculpture of her pushing her cart by Irish artist Jean Reinhardt was erected on Grafton Street in 1988 as part of Dublin's Millennium celebrations.
Apparently there's a lot of other erections.
Exactly. I'm telling you.
But
It was moved to its current location outside Dublin, the Dublin Tourist Office on Suffolk Street in 2014. This is not the first time the statue has been in the news. It was vandalized 3 times last autumn, with vandals daubing "Please Don't" TY and 7 years bad luck, according to the figure's décolletage. That's what that word is. 7 years bad luck refers to the idea, whose origin is unknown, that touching the statue's breast will bring 7 years bad luck. Molly Malone is an important figure in Dublin's folklore, and this statue and all public art should always be treated with respect. Here is a photo of said statue.
Okay. I'm gonna go to Ireland and what's the fucking dude from Thin Lizzy? I'm just gonna grab his crotch.
Phil Lynott?
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go grab the crotch of his fucking thing for good luck.
Is he in Dublin? I don't know.
Yeah, Thin Lizzy was
Irish. Is he in Dublin though? Is what I'm
Who
saying.
cares?
I don't know.
Who cares? It's all one country. Who gives a shit?
There's actually two countries.
I was expecting like the titties to be out.
Well, they're pretty out.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying like exposed, like
see some nerps,
because that's when there's like fucking people get mad horny.
I mean, that's a pretty low cut blouse there.
Yeah. Are you saying fucking Molly had it coming? She was asking for it, dude?
I did not say that.
Are you victim blaming Molly McGuire or whatever the fuck her name is?
Molly Malone.
Molly Shannon, whatever. Molly Ringwald.
I'm 50.
Yeah. Well, maybe it's fucking that Reinhardt dude who made the statue. Maybe it's his fault for
for giving her such a bitchin' set.
Yeah, fucking hornball.
Dude, not even like, make them accurate. Make her titties accurate as hell. But couldn't you give her like, maybe a more modest like shirt? You know what I mean? Like, come on, dude.
Just an idea,
Also, the other girl's like, these people just want good luck. Let her kiss some fucking bronze titties. Because obviously, kissing bronze all that much cannot be good for you.
Tastes like pennies or something.
It's like probably like sucking on like lead paint.
Dude, it's probably fucking. All that germs just sit on the metal.
Hell
like
yeah,
that.
Dude.
Kiss that, you fucking.
It's not surgical steel.
Yeah, who the fuck knows what you're getting?
Yeah. Why don't you just fucking get a couple dollars and hire somebody to fucking polish Molly's titties?
I'd probably get somebody.
People in Ireland need luck, dude.
It's true.
It's gross and oppressive weather-wise there. Let them just fucking have their thing. Quit being a fucking rain on the parade, lady. Jesus Christ.
Uppity one.
Yeah. Just like, I hate, it's like, the statue's been there how many years? It's like, and people, it's not like people are defacing it or anything like that or jerking off on it.
It sounds like they were defacing it, actually.
Well, actually, maybe they are. No, but yeah, that's just from years of fucking people kissing it and groping it.
No, people painted shit on it.
Oh.
I just said that.
Well, sometimes a girl likes to have her titties look nice. Maybe she needed some like foundation, so they touched her up a little bit. But yeah. The Irish are
starting to patina.
Yeah. That would be fucking great if they just fucking ended up just putting a t-shirt on her. Just put a big t-shirt over the fucking statue.
A Thin Lizzy t-shirt.
That'd be sick. Or
It
like
would be.
U2.
No.
That's the only two Irish bands I know of.
I think same.
Sinead O'Connor.
Oh yeah, with Sinead.
And the Cranberries.
True.
Oh, that's true. Dolores.
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 I guarantee you
O'Riordan.
Dolores has kissed those titties before.
She's not alive. Well, before maybe.
Yeah, that statue's been there forever. She was alive at one point.
She was.
Wait, Dolores O'Riordan's dead?
O'Riordan, yes.
No shit.
I had tickets to a Cranberries show. I have the stub in my house.
She's not that old.
And the tour got
canceled. She passed out in her tub and drowned.
The tour got canceled because she was going through health shit and then postponed, but she died before it could get rescheduled.
Damn, dude.
Yeah, they think apparently she was an alcoholic and she may have drank a little too much and then fell asleep in her or passed out in her bathtub and drowned.
That's not stereotypical at all.
I read it was like heart stuff.
No, she apparently drowned.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Well, maybe she should have kissed those titties before and she would have fucking grown scuba gills.
Yeah, a little luck. Who knows?
Yeah. R.I.P. Dolores, though.
For
That's
real.
a bummer.
Mm-hmm. I wanted to see them so fucking bad.
The titties or Dolores?
Yes.
Okay, fair enough.
I have one more news story.
Okay.
A video catches ex-Christian pastor scrawling swastika on Jewish neighbor's property.
Not surprised.
A Jewish woman in California says her doorbell camera caught the moment that her neighbor scrawled a swastika on a box of seltzer outside her front door.
What's his problem with seltzer?
Right? Leah Grossman confronted her neighbor, who is a retired pastor from United Methodist Church in California, just after the camera captured the incident. And Methodist people are normally pretty chill. That's pretty weird. And I just shattered, I fell to pieces. Like, I've never shook like that before. My toes were shaking. I get emotional thinking about it because it reminds me of all the people I know, my family, my children, she told CBS News. Video of the exchange shows Grossman telling her neighbor, "I have a camera. Like, what is that? What did you draw there? Is that a Nazi symbol?" she asks. "No," the neighbor replied. What is that?
She drew the Egyptian version.
She presses
the Buddhist
the Native American version.
Yeah.
"I was just walking by here. I don't know," he replies. Grossman then points out to the neighbor that he was captured on video, but he still continued to plead ignorance, saying, "I don't know." It's unknown if Grossman reported the incident to police. Grossman says the neighbor had previously called her a fascist at a homeowners association meeting for hanging the flag of Israel from her balcony in the wake of the October 7th terror attacks.
So he has a problem with fascists, but then draws the Swazi.
I know, very ironical.
Oh.
What's going on in the world has really opened up a crevasse of anti-Semitism, and I think people feel really emboldened to push Jewish people around. People just shouldn't get away with this, she told CBS. When the neighbor was questioned about the incident by a local news channel, he claimed he was trying to educate Grossman about the history of the swastika as a Buddhist symbol, adding that, in hindsight, the way I went about it was not right. Was not the right way to go about it. It was bad judgment on my part. I realized that. According to the Daily Mail, Grossman told a local news channel that he had apologized to her, but she didn't accept it. Quote, I know in my heart of hearts that it's completely self-serving, has nothing to do with any kind of contrition, and what was done to me was also done to my children, she says.
You know how I just farted. It smells really bad. Anyway, you know how I said like those fucking dudes are like, oh, the Irish were enslaved too? I think like the swastika argument is always, well, I meant it like it's the Buddhists used it too, or et cetera, et cetera.
He's backpedaling.
It's such a cop out. It's like, dude,
if he would have stuck with his guns and denied it the whole time, I would have been like, okay, fair. He got her.
And she's like, look, here you are on the ring cam footage. Like, not me, dude. Superimposed.
If he would have, yeah. And if she didn't tell the police, like what else? What recourse does she have?
Exactly.
Well, she went to the media, so.
Do you think...
Kind of ironic if you think about it.
Do you think the Ring cameras have caught more people breaking into homes or more people doing shit like that?
The latter.
You think more people breaking into homes?
No, the latter. Like, people just doing dumb stuff.
Yeah. Like,
I think it mostly catches porch pirates.
That too.
Yeah.
That's more dumb stuff.
And just shit like people just like, like throwing stuff at people's houses and shit like that. It's like...
It captures, like, car accidents in the street and, like... bullshit on sidewalks all the time.
I love the videos where they like, oh, the mailman came and then he fucking ripped one. It's like, wow,
those are great. I love those. Or like the other funny ones
on the steps.
Or like dudes like leaving a girl's house after like going over to hang out and shit, and then like just stops at the front door as soon as the door closes and just like, oh,
fucking
like,
awesome.
Because he's been holding that thing in for like 3 or 4 hours and just like, oh, there it goes.
It's
That's
true.
Fucking rules.
You can't blast off right away.
Exactly. It's to the
his
point.
Stomach shifts because he's been holding this so long.
His guts twist. Yeah. Fucking every time like one of my dogs will shit on a yard that has a Ring camera, I like go out of a way to make like a show of how I'm actually picking up the turds. I'm not trying to be a smart ass. I'm actually like making sure like they know I'm a good guy. So I'm like, here I am putting the bag on my hand, then picking it up, then pulling the bag. Like I make like a whole show of it. Like I'm kind of like doing like mimes, like presenting. It's like, just so you know, I did pick up the poop.
And just so you guys know, I know your camera's there.
Yeah. Well, every other one's I'm like, I don't give a fuck. If it's raining, sometimes I'll just leave it.
Like, yeah, because fucking dogs' mouths are gross.
Yeah.
Yet I let my fucking lick my face all the time.
Oh, yeah, same.
Most sterile places.
Yeah. That's such a bullshit thing.
It sounds like fucking bro science to me.
What?
I think it's made up.
That a dog's mouth is sterile?
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
They're like one step below from being like a fucking... What are they? Those lizards in fucking like Thailand.
A Komodo dragon?
Yeah.
The ones where when they bite you, like your leg just turns purple and falls off.
You die.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to immediately go to the hospital and get fucking like 30 shots because their mouths are like infested with bacteria. Yeah. My dogs are like one step below that.
Yeah.
They must be because Elliot's mouth literally smells like roadkill sometimes, like today.
That's because he probably has plaque.
Yep.
If he would just brush his fucking teeth before he goes to bed, I tell him.
I actually have to brush Bad Kid's teeth every morning because his gums got so infected they actually had to get 2 teeth yanked. It's just, there's nothing like he's doing any different from the other dogs. It's just that he grew up with shitty gums, and so every night you gotta sit there and pull his lips up and brush his little teeth the whole time. His tongue keeps trying to go outside to lick the nasty ass toothpaste off it.
Yeah, we put a powder on Indiana's food. It's supposed to like when it mixes with their saliva, it's supposed to like do something with like breaking up the tar. I don't think it does shit, but whatever.
Yeah, is there any evidence to the contrary? I don't know.
Zeke's just whatever dog breath.
He's also 14, so like they just naturally get stinky breath as they go.
Yeah.
They do. Well, fuck, dude. Elliot's about to be fucking 7. What the fuck?
Zeke's just got normal dog breath, but Bad Kid, up until recently, it was just like an open grave in that kid's mouth. It's like, Jesus Christ, dude. Like, you're brand new, and this is what this shit smells like?
Yeah, man.
Actually, he's not brand new. He's like almost 4.
Time flies with dogs.
I'm telling you,
This
dude.
fucking sucks. That's all I had for news today.
Dude, every day I'm like, oh, they're gonna be dead soon. How am I gonna do? Like, oh, Jesus Christ.
My wife will randomly start crying because she thinks about how Indiana's 14. Like, and you have to have that fucking realization. Like, 15 years old for a Boston is usually like that's it.
Yeah.
Dylan made it past 15. He was like 15 and a half when he passed, and he had Addison's disease, which was, but like, yeah, you have to have that conversation. And she just like will randomly like think about it and then start crying. I'm like, what are you crying about? She's like, oh, I was just thinking about it. I'm like, stop thinking about it. Like, yes, it's
hard.
I do that shit. Zeke's 7, Luke's 4.
Yeah. And you got plenty of years left. They're little guys.
But I keep thinking, I was like, I think about like what my my birth, like I got big birthdays coming up, right? Like important years and shit. I'm like,
what, that you're turning 50?
It's like, yeah, actually, I was thinking about my 50th. I'm like, when I turn 50, I don't think either of my dogs will be alive. I'm like, and shit like that. And I'm less worried about turning 50 than I am about my dogs being dead. I was like,
I could be turning 100, but my dogs.
Yeah. God damn it, dude.
Little shits.
It's never going to get easier. Those little fuckers. They're supposed to fucking be here. We just talked about this like a couple weeks ago.
I try to like think of the theory that we're like elves to them that live to be 300. And they're like, and we just so happen to like let them in our like domains.
Yeah.
They're mesmerized by that. So
that's true.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if you're a dog for one of those Asian people that live in like the like Nepal and shit, the ones that live to like 120, 125 years old.
Oh, and like the blue zones.
Could you imagine being one of their dogs? Because like one's like, oh man, my owner died. He was like 91. You're like, oh, that's fucking crazy. He's like, why? It's like then there's another dog that lives in Nepal. He's just coming down and hang out with his boys. You know how they do. And he's just like, yeah, my guy's 137. Oh fuck, and then he goes back to fucking Nepal, back up the mountain. It's just bummed out, dude. And that's just a sad way to be.
Definitely.
This is shit I think about when I'm pooping. Normally, we play a game on this podcast called Is It Euro, which, if you've heard it,
I've played it.
You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, so
like
you know what I'm talking
about. A couple times, yeah. Several.
Now, normally, Tom doesn't get to enjoy this game because he's the one who curates the list. So, I've been working on this for quite a while. This is a brand new game. It's called No Shit. All right. Now, how this works is I'm going to give you a band name. That's all I'm going to give you. It's just a band name. And you got to tell me if this is an actual band or something I made up on my own while pooping or on edibles. So, here's the thing. When I give you a name and you recognize the band name and you know that it's a real thing, don't shout out because you wait for the other guy to guess too. Before you say, oh, I've seen that band here. That band sounds like this. Just keep it to yourself and just say, yes, it's real. So you don't ruin it for the other guy. Like, don't diamond out for the other guy so they can guess too. Do you have a pen, Tom? Can you keep score for me?
I can. I don't want to.
Oh, you silly goose. Now.
You mean, may I?
This is quite a list.
No, I don't mean that.
What do you
mean quite?
There's a couple names on here, dude. I've been curating this.
What's a couple?
I'm not doing 30 fucking
names.
This is going to be lightning. This is not going to be...
This is yes, no.
Gotcha. It's yes, no. It's not going to be, what's the genre? What's the country? No, none of that. I'm going to give you a name. You say yes, no, and I'll tell you if it is real or not. First, band name. Are you guys ready for this?
Nope.
Racist Peanut Butter Cops.
Racist Peanut Butter Cops?
Yes.
I'm going to say yes.
Yes.
Yes what?
That it's a band.
It's a real band?
Yeah.
Everybody's saying yes? Mm-hmm. That's incorrect. That's not a real band. Okay. I came up with that one on my own.
I just didn't think you were that smart.
Yeah.
I've actually been sitting on that one since I thought of this whole game about when the podcast started, and I've been sitting on that one ever since. I'm very proud of it. Thank you very much.
Where will you go from here?
Oh, it gets worse. Number 2 here, Hanoi Rocks. Hanoi, Hanoi.
That's
real.
A band.
That's correct. That is a real band. So I guess you guys have heard them.
I've never heard a single song. I just know that they're a band.
Yes.
I'm using context clues. I just think I felt they were.
Yeah, okay. Now what about the Tigers of Pantang?
Real.
Yeah.
Okay, correct again. You guys are really good at this. Except for the first one you got wrong. All right, number 4. 9mm Spaghetti.
That's not a band.
No.
You're both correct. That is not a real band. That was a drug-influenced band name. Toe to Toe.
Real.
Yeah. There has to be. There has to be like 7 bands named
Yeah.
that.
Well, this one's from Australia. You're correct. All right, this one's a lot. MC 9,000 Foot Jesus.
Real.
Yeah, that's got to be a band.
It is real. God damn it. This is not going well.
Are you Jewish? Because the drip is real.
God damn it, Thomas. Go to your room. All right, next. Satanic War Master.
Real.
Yes.
Oh, God damn it.
I've actually fucking heard that band.
Oh,
I've seen them on a flyer.
Don't go to the show and don't buy the record.
Yeah.
You'll be put on a watch list.
Yeah. They're not, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
There's something all right.
Here's a phone one. Bird Bath.
Real.
Yeah.
Incorrect. That's a
Fuck.
fake band name.
Birdbath is a fake band name?
It is.
That's a good name.
And I did not come up with that band name. That was the name. You know him. Mike Fitzpatrick was going to make this band a fake band and send this tape over to Jade Tree to see if they would sign him.
That's funny.
Yeah, that was his emo. It was one man emo band.
I like
Bath.
that.
So shout out Mike Fitzpatrick. Next band, Neck.
Yes.
I agree. Yes.
Correct. John's probably seen them.
I did at the Drexel Baptist Church probably like in 98.
Sounds about right. Long Island, I think.
I'm pretty sure they also went on to form Nassau Chainsaw.
Yes, they did.
Which, if that's on your list, they're a band.
That actually would have been one I would have used. A Lad and His Pencil.
Real.
No.
John's correct. That is not a real band.
Ah.
All right, here's another fun, quick one. Squirt Gun.
Yeah.
Real.
Correct. Stereo Mud.
Yes.
No.
John's correct. It's a real band. All right. Raw Bar.
Yes.
Yeah.
Incorrect. Fake band.
I don't believe that.
Well, sorry to tell you that. Unless there could possibly be one, but I just don't know about them. Normandy Beach Penis.
Yes.
No.
No is correct. They're not real.
Fuck.
Tom, you're really bad at this.
Yeah. I'm terrible.
Now, this is a mouthful. Haha, winky, winky. Clogged symmetrical sexual organ.
Yes.
I'm going to say yes because you said it was a mouthful.
Yeah, I did kind of gave it away.
Yeah.
Yes. They commonly go by CSSO. Yeah, they're a real
Yes.
band. Applaud the Impaler.
Real.
Yeah.
It is true. They are from Virginia, and they have a song called Jabba the Slut.
I've heard it.
Jabba the Slut. You've heard it?
That's the hit.
Dude, we played with them at actual Raw Bar in Virginia Beach. Shaka's.
I laughed about the name of that song
Yeah.
with my friends.
Yeah, Jabba the Slut. Mm-hmm. And one of the dudes was like at the show was like, "Yo, I love this band. This song's called Jabba the Slut." And I was like, "Okay."
Very good.
All right. Optimist Prime
Yeah.
No.
is a real band.
Fuck.
I watched Vinny Stigma on his 60th birthday hit on the singer who got kicked out the same night because she was drinking underage because she was only 19. So Stigma's a creep. All right. Festive Infant Gristle.
Yes.
Yeah.
Incorrect. Fake band.
Oh, whatever. Good fake name, though.
Yeah, thank you. This Brave Army USA Delta.
Gotta be real.
Yeah, that sounds real.
It's not.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Sounded real.
I was going for a nice Japanese angle there. Dayglow Abortions.
Yes.
Real.
Correct, eh? Correct
Unfortunately,
answer.
Huh?
I've seen
It
that
is
band.
correct?
It is correct.
Yeah. They're like,
Yeah, it's a
I think
punk
they're from
band.
Philly.
I'd say they're too real, actually.
No.
Because it's
Stop.
so bad.
Stop, buddy. Stop.
You
You're
stop.
You're good. Fair enough.
Oh, fuck. Forgot what that was.
Great.
Fair enough. Next one. Home Improvement Season 4.
No. That's not bad.
No. Great name, but no.
It's correct. It's not a real band. What about Kraut?
Yes.
Correct. Members went on to join the Cro-Mags. Isn't that fun? What about the Vatican Commandos?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm going to say yeah, too.
That's correct. They are a real band. And featuring Moby was a member of the band before he started doing the bleep bloop stuff.
Great.
Meatus.
Yes,
Yeah.
real.
Okay. Correct. All right. Fuck NASA.
No.
I'm going to say yes.
Nope. They're not real.
Finally, I'm back.
BTB, which stands for British Titty Burglar.
No.
I would say yes.
Nope.
Oh, that'd be great if it was.
Another good fake one, actually.
Saigon Terror.
Yes.
Yep, that's correct. It is.
I love that when we get it right, we answer at the exact same time.
I need you to pay attention to how this is said. Text, T-E-X, text message, and the Amigos from Hell.
Yes.
No.
John's correct. That is not real at all. That is actually my country alter ego.
Ah.
And stick by for our debut single, Sometimes My Poop Resembles Cat's Poop. All right, next band. Salsa Shark.
No.
No.
Incorrect. They are. They're real. And they're bad. Now, how about this one? Nutbox.
Yes.
Yeah, John probably knew that one anyway.
Seen it.
Yeah,
Best fucking Josh Buck roast I've ever seen in my life.
Your teeth are so skinny, it looks like your tongue's in jail. I don't remember that kid's name,
That's
but I remember that fucking line. Because all of us, like, we were all, like, just heckling this band. It was Dave Heck was in the band.
I think we were mostly just heckling Dave.
Yeah.
Were you Dave heckling him?
And then...
That nerd.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nicely done. I liked it.
I'm back. I'm fucking
And,
back, baby.
So we're heckling him, and we don't really know the other guys in the band, and our buddy Josh Buck was living... He's
Mind you, this kid that we're talking about in the band had red plaid pants. Like, he was a total fucking dweeb playing in this, like, ska punk band.
Of course he was.
So, and he was probably like 90 pounds soaking wet.
Oh, yeah. And this is when Josh was a big boy, like a tubby little guy. And we were just heckling, and then this guy just, like, the next song was like, your teeth are so skinny, it looks like your tongue's in jail. And we all just turned on Josh so quick. Just like, oh! Just like, fucking... And poor Josh is looking around like, I thought you guys were my friends. And we're just fucking, oh my God.
Not for the next 5 minutes.
Oh my God.
If I was present for that, I probably couldn't stand up because I'd be laughing so hard.
It fucked us up for a while. Well, that was like 25 years ago, and we all still remember it.
There you go.
But, all right, we got 3 more here. Kick Tracy.
Real.
KIKTRACEE.
I'm going to change to not real.
I'm going to say yes, they are real.
They are real.
Fuck. I should have fucking stuck with my gut. Fuck.
Yep. You got to love hair metal, dude. Pussy Scoop.
Real.
No.
You say no?
I'm saying no.
They're not real. Fuck. Last one. X Sniper Rifle X.
Real.
That's got to be a band.
It is not.
Really?
Yeah.
Some fucking stupid band from the Midwest is going to be that now.
Oh, you say Midwest? I'd go like fucking Eastern Bloc.
Damn, man.
Or that too.
Yeah.
We were pretty damn close.
Honestly, Sniper Rifle could be a band that I just don't know about yet. Like from like Salt Lake or something like that.
X Sniper Rifle X.
Yeah, dude.
From Waco, Texas, maybe.
What was the one fucking I think Lennon and Dan brought it their episode. What was the band? The band was just called like Shotgun.
Shotgun.
At first
from
we're
Is
like,
It Euro?
First we're like, oh, that's stupid. Then we're like, wait, no, that name's actually kind of badass.
Yep.
Depending on the band, what kind of band it was.
We listened to him on patreon.com/IRRANDILL on the listening party, and I'll just say it right now, not good.
Not at all.
I was very let down by that one.
A band that has like a name like that, like Trip Hammer, they were good.
Yeah.
Trip Hammer.
That's a much better
and
name.
they're from Salt Lake
Yeah,
City.
they're Salt Lake. That's the dudes from Clear, right?
One guy, yeah.
Yeah.
X Clear X or just Clear?
X Clear X.
Yeah.
Who I think fucking ruled, even though their songs were like 7 minutes long.
Yeah. Well, that was the same with Trip Hammer. Trip Hammers, and half the songs were Untitled 1, Untitled 4. You're like, no, what happened to Untitled 2? Where'd that go?
But then they would occasionally have like, it would be like, say it had like a 10 song album. Like I'd say about 7 of them would be untitled, then a number. But then 3 of them would just have names. I was like, oh, so your fucking singer was just too lazy to come up with a fucking title for this song, dude?
Yeah.
All right.
Like, he came up with these 3. Why couldn't he fucking do it for 7 more times? Just name something basic.
I like No Shit. That was a good bit.
Yeah, like that?
Yeah. John wins with a score of 24, and I obviously did not win with 19.
Oh.
I got 14 wrong, and John got 9 wrong.
A lot of these, though, I didn't really think ahead of who the guest was, and I was like, oh, John's seen some of these. Yeah.
Whatever. That was good.
Yeah, thank you. It'll take me another fucking 7 months to come up with a whole nother one.
You should only be when you're on the toilet, though, so No Shit could be like the
Well, because I do spend a lot of time pooping, so that can possibly be fucking done, dude.
What do you think? You got anything else?
I do not, John. I heard a rumor from Len Carmichael.
Yeah, no, I listened to the episode.
Do you want to confirm these rumors that you are starting a new band?
So yeah, if it ever fucking like happens, I mean we've.
Is this the 4-way thing?
Yeah, we've sent like some riffs. Well, Travis has. Len says I'm gonna put Len on the spot. Len says he has a bunch of shit, but he hasn't recorded anything to send us yet.
Len.
You live in a studio, dick licker.
Yeah. So Pat, I think, is gonna do it, but like the travel back and forth to Pittsburgh doesn't fucking stoke him out. So.
Well, how often do you really have to travel back and forth?
So the plan is, if once it starts to go, it would be we would practice once a month. 1 month we would be out in Pittsburgh. The following month we'd be in New Jersey. So he would have to drive to Pittsburgh once every 2 months.
It's actually a lot of practicing for a project like that. So good on you.
Well, see, that's the thing though. It's like we've been kicking around this idea and like throwing around ideas. I think the first practice is not going to be until April. So we'll see.
April's pretty damn soon.
But with at least the 4 of us in a room, for a full day, probably can knock out a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And if you're throwing ideas back and forth through, like, you know...
Well, Ethan's, like, used to it because he fucking is in Bitter End, and all those dudes are in, like, Texas.
They're everywhere.
Actually, they're everywhere now.
North Carolina, Texas. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And if you already have, like, the ideas of like, everybody's already heard Tennessee. The riffs.
Yeah.
Like, through, like, texting and emailing each other riffs.
Yeah.
When you get into a practice, you're not just there like, all right, so what do we have? You know.
Well, also, Travis is a fucking riff machine.
Yeah,
so,
he is.
So he'll just start fucking cranking stuff out as we're going. So
yeah, there'll never be a practice where nobody comes with stuff.
No.
Yeah,
like those.
And the fact that we're going to allow it to be like weird means that Travis can do whatever he wants.
Nice.
So,
and you also you have Len and Pat who are also riff masters.
Mm-hmm.
So
Len definitely has riffs, but he's more of like an architect. He can hear a song and say, we should swap these parts, we should slow this down, we should
put this here, take that out of there.
That's why he's a producer.
Yeah. I mean, because it's easy when you have multiple songwriters. Like band, I felt bad for Matt during Iron Price because he was the sole songwriter.
Yeah.
Whereas Cancer Priest, Rich writes, John writes, Evan writes.
Drowse was like that.
And like a good amount of like, it's all evenly distributed amongst the band members. Whereas poor Matt had to do it all by himself, and that's just taxing on a person. But if you got like 3 guys that are just capable riffers, it's like, it'll come together pretty fucking quick.
Yeah, and if Pat's in, Pat just writes. I mean, if you ask Len about any of the bands that he's done with Pat, and he's like, oh, Pat already has a full album ready to go.
Multiple styles, multiple genres. That dude's all over the fucking place.
There's that too. Like,
prolific as fuck, dude.
You can have, let's say if you want to release 5 songs, you can have fucking 5 more in your pocket already done also, and like an endless well. You can drop songs even. Yeah, good stuff. Is it unnamed right now still?
Well, we have some ideas, but we're not going to fucking share that right now.
Yeah. Of course. Yeah.
I'll tell you when we're not recording.
Well, I got a whole list right here.
Yeah.
We can go through. Well, Sniper Rifle X might be on the table.
It's available. It's true.
So far, well, if Pat's not in the band, then we are Straight Edge, so we could be Sniper Rifle X.
Pat's not. I thought Pat was Straight Edge. For some reason.
I mean, he's not like a fucking.
He's not a claiming one.
No, he drinks, but like.
Oh, then he's. Yeah.
But he's not like a fucking drinker.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen him drink. All the years I've known him, but you know, it is. So that's honestly, that's probably for the best too, because that means they're fucking. You don't have to worry about them getting distracted by shiny lights.
Yeah. Well, and while we're at it, why not? Let's plug the Horror Flicks and Guitar Picks podcast that you do.
Yeah, so that's Tim Mills's baby. He interviews bands, people from bands, and sometimes he gets people from movies as well. Gets their relationships with horror movies. What they like, what they don't like. The best interviews that he has are the ones that he has like beats that he wants to hit, but the best interviews are ones that just kind of go off on tangents. And then every month, there's a roundtable. It's myself, Phil from Irate, his son Jay is on it now, Travis from Eternal Sleep, and then Tim. And every month we change the topic. Like we just did the George Romero like Dead series. We've done. We just did a movie called The Last Circus, which is fucking weird as shit, and I recommend both of you like watch it.
I think I saw
the
clip of it on
so the fucking advertisement for it looks stupid as hell because it's a photo from late in the movie and it makes it look just like a cheesy horror movie that you would like if your Blockbuster still existed to be like the last movie you pick. You're like, all right, I've watched them all now. I'll watch this stupid fucking movie.
I'll just go in there for the smell.
But it's an absolute fucking weirdo. It's not a horror movie. I don't know what the fuck you could call it. It's like a comedy drama, like maybe it has some horror elements to it. Like there's some ridiculous shit that just happens in the background the whole time. You're like, it's fucking worth watching because it's a fucking weird movie.
It's a weird streaming anywhere.
It's on Hulu and Tubi. Tubi is free.
Yeah.
I think I saw an ad for that on TikTok.
Yeah, I would watch it because
I couldn't figure it out.
Because when you watch it, you're gonna be like, "What the fuck did I just watch?" But then you're gonna start telling everyone you need to watch this fucking movie.
Well, with a name like that, sure.
Though last time we had you on with Martello, and the movies that you guys recommended to us, I was telling people about Titane, or however you pronounce it. Titane. I was telling people about that for like months afterwards. I'm like, this girl fucks multiple cars, gets pregnant. Everyone's like, you're fucking stupid. What are you talking about? I'm like, I swear to God. Everyone's just looking at me, I'm fucking ridiculous.
You have to watch her first movie. It's called Raw.
Oh, that was her?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's about vegan cannibals.
Oh, I did see that.
The most uncomfortable part is when she tries to fucking like wax her pussy hairs and just like fucking pulls the skin, like basically rips her skin off. Yeah, it's rough. And because it's like up close, like body horror shit. I almost like fucking puked in the theater. I can watch people get like their fucking insides like ripped out, but like you fucking rip your pussy hair wrong. And I'm like,
it's weird.
I brought it up on here when we had the Blow My Mind podcast people on that I can watch like gore till the cows come home. But the minute someone either gets their nails pulled out, like fingernails or toenails pulled out, or when something happens to someone's feet, I'm just like, oh, stop it.
The Achilles. The slashing the Achilles is always where.
Pet Cemetery,
that's a tough one.
the OG Pet Cemetery fucked me up. Just because of that. The rest of the movie...
Did you ever see I Saw the Devil?
Yes.
Dude, when he just fucking hacks that dude's Achilles.
My legs are cringing right now.
And that seems like, it's like uncomfortably long and he's just like hacking at it. You're like,
God damn it, dude. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I can watch anything else, like any other kind of like
is
gore
that,
ever.
Is that defined as acute body horror or something like that?
I have no idea.
Because that is the shit that fucks me up too.
I can watch real death videos, like the chaotic.com shit. I can watch that, no problem. But like simulated people getting their fucking fingernails ripped out, I'm just like, yeah. Like I turn into a real fucking Sally Sue.
Eyeballs are the only thing that fucked me up.
Oh.
Eyeballs, huh?
Yeah, I'm not an eyeball guy.
Oh, yeah. Eyeballs are a pretty brutal one, too. But everything else, yeah. I can watch a girl...
Teeth. I don't like teeth stuff.
It depends.
That's my wife's thing. Her like a reoccurring nightmare that like fucking bothers her is like her teeth are like backwards, or they like just fall out. She'll be back in school and her teeth will just start falling out at her desk. And she's like,
that's scary.
That's like her worst nightmare is anything with teeth.
Teeth pain though. Oh man.
If I see like someone getting their teeth yanked out or punched out in like a movie, fine, no issue, right?
That's different.
But you want to know what freaked me the fuck out? American History X, the curb stomping scene.
Yeah.
The curb stomping scene, okay, whatever. But the noise.
Because he tells him to put his teeth on it.
He said put his fucking mouth on the curb.
Yeah. And the noise of his teeth on the curb.
Concrete.
It was like,
makes your hair stand up.
What's that movie with fucking Dustin Hoffman back in the day, The Marathon Man or whatever?
Yes.
And they drill his fucking tooth and he's like
Is
running.
Is it safe?
He's running. He's like trying to fucking like put his tongue over it because the nerves are just exposed.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
That movie's fucking wild. I need to rewatch that shit. Whoa. That's the whole, is it safe thing I was from Marathon Man. Oh Christ! So where can they find?
So they can find on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, X, whatever the fuck it's called today. It's horror_guitar on Twitter. It's Horror Flicks and Guitar Picks Pod on Instagram, and just the Horror Flicks and Guitar Picks Podcast on Facebook.
And you guys stream it everywhere, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, the most common is Spotify. It's pretty easy to find.
I've listened to a few.
Yeah.
That's fucking sweet. All right. And as soon as you get the band things figured out, we'll fucking bring you back and try to get Len and Pat to come with you.
It'll be like an end of the summer thing then.
Yeah.
Sure.
Tight. I'll fucking bug Travis about it when I see him in a couple weeks.
I'll see you guys down there.
Are you coming?
Yep.
Nice, thanks.
Well, in the past, because this episode comes out afterwards. Yeah. So it was good seeing you last week.
Oh, we had a great time catching up with old friends.
It was fucking awesome.
We took our TARDIS. It's a callback to the earlier part of the episode. Now, we have another segment on this podcast called Homework. Every week, Tom and I assign each other an album and a comedy special, or sometimes just albums. And then we report back on it next week. And we also invite our guests to hang out and contribute. Last week we had, I fucking forget, Larry Withdrawal, and from Parlay Philly, Parlay Vintage Apparel,
Parlay_Philly,
my good buddy Anthony, who gave thanks for the free shit, Ant. We appreciate that a lot.
Yeah, I just got my shirt today.
Yeah, he gave me a hat that actually fits my big stupid head. They brought some stuff for us to listen to as well. Do you want to get into what they brought first?
Sure. Anthony gave us a record, or two Japanese records that I've never heard before, obviously. But the first one was, I think it was an EP, Paintbox, Trip, Trance, and Traveling.
That was Larry.
No, it was Anthony.
You sure?
I wrote it down as he said it.
Did Larry only give us one?
Yes.
Okay.
I said, it sounds like some Mark Green shit. I used C translation for help on this. I agree with most of the comments section, and I agree with these ones.
What did the comment section say?
Good things. Another Prank Records classic. Hardcore goes beyond the boundaries. Me too. This is the coolest. And then 7 months ago, user-so7ut2bc80 said, please delete this on YouTube. To which Harrison L. Cards replied 4 months ago, nah, don't delete this.
Damn, classic Harrison.
Mm-hmm. I give it a 5.5. It's all right.
You didn't talk about the music at all.
I did. I said, sounds like Mark Green shit.
No one knows what Mark Green shit is because he's always so far away from the microphone you can't hear him.
That's true.
John, did you listen to this one?
I did not because I couldn't find it.
Fair enough. I found it on YouTube.
I think I did that too.
I didn't have time, so if it wasn't on Spotify, I didn't listen to it.
Well, I thought Larry brought this to us, so I apologize for some part of this.
Oh, good.
I just wrote, this sounds like Slash joined a pop-punk band from one of those performing arts high schools, and then drafted the world's most Asian skinhead on vocals. The cover of this record is a moth holding silverware. Well, what will he dine on?
Lamp.
And my grade is Larry sucks out of 10. I thought it was fucking terrible record. I did not like it at all. It was just weird, goofy pop music, and then just some sort of like gruff Japanese skinhead singing over it.
It was a very weird combo like that.
Miss me with that shit. That shit was bad. But yeah, the fucking cover was sick. It's this fucking like moth just like fucking sick, like silverware in his hand. So I fuck with that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also love Lamp. Excuse me, do you have any lamps? He also gave us the Crow I EP.
That was a hard one to find.
I looked up this band. I thought they were Crow Eye. Not like, so I never found Crow Eye, so I never listened to it.
Yeah. I found the record label's Bandcamp and
did
it like that.
I think he actually prefaced it as like, yo, you can only find this on Bandcamp.
Yeah, he did say that.
He loves that obscure Japanese stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Which luckily I do too. I wrote some pretty baller metallic hardcore punk, fast as a mug, and dude sounds pretty pissed. Some of the shredding gets a little bit too Iron Maiden for my tastes, but overall this rips. 7 out of 10. I liked it.
I said it's crazy how great jams transcend the language barrier. Because even though they're singing in another language, I was like, this still kind of rips.
Yeah.
And it goes all over the place, and I did like it. The drums never stopped fucking. And even the Iron Maiden thing, the wailing vocal song was kind of cool. I gave it a 6 though. It's good.
That opening intro was a bit much.
Yeah.
I was like, all right.
But the rest was good.
I was like, all right, new wave of British heavy metal.
Yeah.
Now Larold brought us Fu Manchu's King of the Road.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew who this band was beforehand.
Mm-hmm.
I No, you probably did not, right? Or did you?
I talked about this on the episode.
I don't remember. That was like a week ago.
Jesus, man.
Anyway, Fu Manchu, King of the Road. Are you whack enough to be one of those car people, but also cool enough to know Rockabilly and Johnny Cash fucking suck? Here you go. Minus 100 for music, but minus 1,000 for having a song called Hot Dog and that ain't about hot dogs. 2 out of 10. No thanks.
Wow. This is opposite. Fat Tones. I figured out something cool about Sound Guy Rock that I never realized before.
It's not all terrible?
It's too laid back.
Oh.
Even when it's rocking, like lyrical content, riffs, all that shit, it's still too low key for me. It's like boring.
Damn, you need to come more.
This album is low key and well written enough that I can just vibe with it on. But when it comes to like riff driven music, I don't typically go for vibing out per se. And maybe that's what drives me away from that genre. I don't want to just vibe with riff driven music.
No.
It could also be the weird inflection with a lot of these guys sing with. It fucking bugs me.
Yeah, in your defense of what you call my love of sound guy music, sometimes the vocals are the make or break point.
My God.
Yeah.
I still actually prefer the live cut of that song, King of the Road, from the Vans comp to the studio version.
Oh, yeah, okay. I do remember you talk about that.
And it sure is fucking repetitive. I gave it a fucking 5. It's like,
wow.
So I did listen to this one.
I'm sure you've probably seen them once or twice.
Yeah, I forget.
They're all over
I
the
definitely
place.
have seen them back in the day, but I can't remember who the fuck they opened up. Maybe they opened up for Rob Zombie.
Yeah,
I feel like
that makes sense.
they actually did. I remember they did with Clutch at the Trocadero.
Yeah, but
once.
I fucking hate Clutch. So
Well, then yeah, you probably missed that one then.
So Fu Manchu was a band that's like always been there. Like I'm aware of them.
Yeah,
and I've heard songs here and there, like nothing that like ever jumped out at me, and I was like, it's fine. And so this is the first album I was like, all right, let me listen to a whole album. I didn't listen to the whole album because, as you said, it gets repetitive. Yeah. I don't hate it though. It's something I probably could put on in the background, like at a party or some shit like that.
Yeah.
And then just let it fucking go. It's not great and it's not terrible. It kind of just falls into that 5 category.
It's just missable.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it's on, you're not going to get pissed off about it, but you're also not going to like, what is this that you're playing right now? You're not going to fucking seek it out.
Yeah, it was fine.
I'll continue my conversation and get a plate of watermelon or
something.
something.
And occasionally you fucking catch a cool riff. You're like, all right, this part's cool.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, this isn't Led Zeppelin. Great.
I don't think it sounds like Zeppelin.
I don't think it sounds like it either. It's just something that you'd hear at a random place.
I don't know. Woo woo in it. Now, that's all from them two, right?
Yeah.
All right. So you brought me 2. Do you want to go first? Or you want me to go first?
I'll go first this time.
All right.
The comedy special you assigned me was Eleanor Kerrigan, No Country for Old Woman. This was a rewatch for me because I watched it the day it came out. I rewatched it again for the sake of the assignment, but I said South Philly at its finest. She's so comfortable at the store. I'm glad she's not afraid to play with the crowd a lot. Is
that where it was filmed?
Yeah.
Okay.
The main room. It seemed like only half or so of the crowd was actually a good crowd, though, which was even funnier because she played with them. The brief chunk about her mom was really funny, and the old Comedy Store lore is only interesting to me from a couple of people, and she's one of them.
Yeah,
I gave it a solid 7.
One thing I find
I love Eleanor Kerrigan.
That's fucking hilarious about her is that a lot of people from the East Coast that ended up going out west to California lose their accents from where they're from pretty fucking quick. She still is the most hoagie mouthed woman I've ever heard in my entire life.
She's playing Magoobies in April.
I would go
on Friday the 5th. Friday the 5th.
Great fuck. Also, her episode of Are You Garbage is really funny.
So good.
What did I bring you musically?
Musically, you brought me Bjork, Vespertine. I said, very frozen fairy nymph. Please, someone do something about her fingers. She can't feel them. She's sang about it for years now. I can't imagine one single scenario or setting that I would listen to this, but when she actually lets her singing chops come through and sings with melody and some kind of structure, that bitch can sing.
Oh, yeah.
But all the other it's all the other elvish nonsense that I don't inherently love.
You don't like her whimsy?
No,
I hate you so much.
Or her
do
quirk?
not. I do not care
God
for
damn,
it.
dude.
Insulting my fucking Nordic elf.
Your frozen fairy nymph, maybe. I give it a 5.5 though.
Damn,
It's better than good, but I still don't love it.
You want to chime in there, John?
So Vespertine is my third favorite Bjork record,
Solid.
but it has probably her best song in pagan poetry.
Oh, such a good
That song's very good.
So with Post and Debut, which are the better records, Post being probably her best record, this is definitely a departure from that. It's more, it's softer, definitely more like airy, almost like atmospheric.
Yeah.
I get that.
It's definitely more focused on her vocals than it is the first two records. Definitely there's like Army of Me is like one of her biggest songs. You know that fucking
I think it is her biggest song.
Yeah.
Like you know that. So Oh So Quiet might be her biggest song.
Yeah.
But
Such a great song too.
But this album was more focused, but it's definitely her soft record. It's not the record I go to often if I'm just like riding in my car or something like that. It's definitely all right, I'm going to put on Vespertine and chill the fuck out and just kind of let my little elf take me on a journey. No, I love this record. But it's not my favorite. It's the third favorite. So I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10.
Solid. For me, it's a really good post-work album. Just, get home, just a cup of coffee, something to read, put that on, and you're just fucking just chilled out for the rest of the night.
Yeah.
Get you ready for sleepy times.
There's only some things I can listen to while I read. I can't imagine listening to. Well,
I could listen to Vespertine, especially with all like the weird harp work that's on it. Like it would just be like.
Maybe I'm missing something. I'll try.
Well, maybe it's just that album that doesn't.
That
get
too.
You right.
Have you listened to any of her other stuff?
You ever listen to Post or Debut?
Yeah.
Very little.
You should revisit this.
Yes, you should.
I'd have to like Bjork a little more.
If you listen to Post, you will.
All right.
Yeah.
Fair.
It's almost impossible to not like that record.
And it's so all over the place.
Yeah. I don't know. That might actually be the thing that turns him off of it.
I think
It's all over the place, but like very much a collaborative like sound.
It is all over the place, but the record still flows.
Yeah.
So it's not like so all over the place. You're just like, what the fuck is happening?
Vespertine is pretty all over the place.
I would say, well, you haven't heard the other two records. Though.
Yeah.
Then
This one's very focused.
Then I don't know, man. But when she actually lets her fucking chops come through, it's so good.
Everything she does is great.
Yeah.
She's a fucking saint on earth, dude.
She's a saint on earth.
All right. You brought me, it was a very Japan heavy music homework this past week.
What did I give you?
Coffins.
Oh, yeah.
Buried Death, record I'm very familiar with. Ever wonder what early Entombed would sound like if it came from Japan? Modern mid-paced death bands wish they could pull this off as well as Coffins does.
Yes, they do.
8 out of 10. It definitely always reminded me of the older Entombed, like pre-Wolverine Blues stuff.
Clandestine.
Yeah, stuff like that, and like Left Hand Path and shit like that. And
those are my two favorites.
Every time like I hear like bands playing mid-pace, I either think of two bands. Either like Entombed and like what Coffins is doing now, or Bolt Thrower. And like few bands can do mid-pace as well as Entombed and Bolt Thrower, but
Fact.
Coffins is fucking great at it. And I love that they keep it mostly mid-pace the entire time. Mm-hmm. It's just super good, like that style of death metal for anybody who wants to check that shit out. John, did you listen to it, or have you already heard it?
Yeah, so Coffins fucking shreds, but in 2008, you can fucking make better production. That's my biggest complaint about that band.
That's fair.
Is that their fucking production is dog shit.
Yeah.
It sounds...
And it's definitely intentional, yeah.
It's an artistic choice.
I understand that they have that fuzz on their guitar and or the sludginess, not fuzz. Yeah. And I get what the sound they're going for, but you could make it a little bit fucking clearer.
I hear you.
And there's like no excuse for it.
Especially in Japan where they do everything better.
Other bands do it.
Yeah.
Like that, they have a similar sound. They were a similar like guitar tone, and it doesn't sound like a fucking fart. So, but I like their music a lot. But it like listening to it sometimes just fucking irks me.
That's fair. You also brought me Warpaint.
Warpaint. The Fool.
The Fool. I thought I didn't know what this was, but then I remembered that I do. A girl I dated briefly used to always scream and yell about how great this band is, and it just annoyed the shit out of me. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to fucking step back and just fucking listen to this and, give it a fair shot. I remember actually liking it when I was dating this girl, but just her punishing me, talking about it was like, all right, I'm tuning you out. Warpaint, The Fool. I like angry music because I'm often angry. I like ugly and sad music because I'm ugly and sad. I'm also very sleepy, so I'm giving this a 10 out of 10. It is, the record's great. I love it.
It's damn good.
But the word I would use to describe it is sleepy. Very, very sleepy. It's just really laid back. And I'm not saying this a bad way. If I was listening to this while in like a prone position, I'd be out like a light.
It's laid back, but not boring.
Yeah. But if like it was, it's definitely like end of the day, calm down music. It's very, very sleepy, but it's very good at it. It's like you said, sleepy without being boring. I enjoyed it thoroughly. That a girl's voice is wonderful. It's way dialed back. So sometimes I'm just like. Just like nodding off like a little fucking toddler.
Maybe it was when you listened to it.
That's obviously fair. Because I did listen to it at night.
Because I've listened to it driving and been like, fuck yeah.
Dude, if I had to I could, of course I don't drive, but if I had to like do a night drive listening to that record, I'd be in a pole.
That's exactly what I did.
I'd be, did you run into a pole?
No, I drove home from something listening to it.
I don't know how the fuck you stayed awake.
Well,
I actually listened to it last night. Driving.
Did you run into a pole?
No, but what it reminded me of is like the indie version of like Billie Eilish. You were saying about sleeping. It's because she has that like ASMR type singing.
The whisper, yeah.
I think she has a great voice. I think the music is cool. The drummer fucking irks me. I feel like I feel like he at times plays the right beat, and then sometimes he tries to be the star of the show, and he shouldn't be. It should be it should be her. He does these weird like off-timey type shit where he tries to like play around. It's a she. Yeah. Okay, whatever. The drummer
figures. No.
The drummer definitely does too much at times. There's like some weird like cymbal play, and I'm like, no, if you just keep this, you're not here to fucking be a focus. Like,
no, you're being the foundation.
Yeah, just play the beat. And when she plays just a simple beat, perfect.
Yeah.
As soon as she started like these weird like off-timey like hi-hat shit, I'm like, you ruined it, because now all I can hear is that. And it's like, it's nothing loud. She doesn't play like too loud or anything like that. It's just like this weird like off. I'm like, no.
But it's there.
Yeah.
Well, often when you play music that is that laid back,
you gotta do something.
No, like when it's something like that, like relaxed of a record, when something like that happens, you catch it right away.
Yeah.
Like if you play super loud and super fast and super heavy, mistakes can be covered pretty easily. But when you're playing stuff like what they play, it's like mistakes just shine through. Not even mistakes, but just differences like that.
But I will say this: I like that album enough that and it's their debut. It's their like intro record.
It's their first. Yep.
Yeah. So I'm curious. I'm gonna listen to the other records because I like that one enough, and maybe that drummer calms down and like hones in a little bit more what the sound needs to be. That was my only like.
Weren't you telling me that drummer is somebody famous or something like that?
I did. I was going to say the replacement could very well be a guy who was on that record.
Oh, I have no idea.
The origin of Warpaint. Do you remember the movie A Knight's Tale with Heath Ledger?
Yeah.
The
Keira Knightley, I think.
No. It's Shannon something or other.
Yeah.
The girl.
Shannon Sossaman.
Shannon Sossaman is the original drummer of Warpaint.
Oh. Is she on the album? Is she the drummer on that album?
No, she was a founding member, but she was out of the band before that record was done.
Damn, man, she's trying to make Knight's Tale too. Then Heath blew it for her.
Yeah,
never see that franchise get realized, dude.
And she's such a babe.
By the way,
my God,
Warpaint is a fucking great name.
It is a good name.
That's a great fucking name for any genre. So that's fucking sweet. But I don't think I even remember what that girl looks like. I don't think I even saw Knight's Tale.
It's a good movie.
All I remember is people bitching about it because it wasn't historically accurate. I was like, shut up.
It's very funny. It shouldn't be.
And don't talk about my boy Heath Ledger, dude.
Who did? You did it.
No, don't. I hate when people make fun of him for doing
movies. Make fun of?
People when he fucking signed on to do the Joker, right? people are like, oh, the guy from Knight's Tale in the gay movie? And everybody gave him shit.
Yeah, an actor.
And I was like, yo, let him cook, dude. Let him cook. See what he comes up with.
Exactly.
And all those naysayers ain't got shit to say now. Heath just punked the shit out of all of them.
Neither does Heath.
Dude, too soon. Too soon. Too soon. It's been like 10 years, but too soon.
It's been like 15.
John, what have you been jamming, dude?
Oh, the stuff that I want to get you guys
Yeah.
on. So I'm bringing 2. Keep it weird.
Nice.
And because I'm seeing them this weekend, I want you guys to listen to Health, Rat Wars.
Which one is that?
The new one.
Because
somebody brought Health to us before. Was it Wyatt?
Wyatt brought us Health Volume 4.
Which is cool.
But I loved it.
But listen to Rat Wars.
It's new?
Yeah, it came out last year. Okay. That's the album that like made me drink the Kool-Aid on this band.
I'm jealous of you seeing them. I bet that's going to be a good show.
It's going to be the horniest show ever. Mm-hmm. and then the other record I want to give you guys is Knoll, Knoll.
Oh, I just learned about that.
As Spoken, the new record. If you
I listened to the track from when they were the record's coming out, like the first track they released. Mm-hmm. I listened to that. I didn't get a chance to listen to the full record yet.
Yeah, listen to the full record.
Nice.
I just learned about them like yesterday.
Current favorite record of the year.
Nice, dude. Rat Wars is a pretty sick fucking title too, dude.
Yeah.
They have a song with Godflesh on that record.
Nice. Oh fuck. All right, Tommy, what do you got?
Let's see. I'm trying to decide which one I want you to see more. Okay.
Do you want me to go first?
No, I was just back and forth in my head.
Okay.
Comedy. This special just came out, and I was looking forward to it for a long time.
Don't fucking ruin the one I'm bringing to you.
Oh, good.
Go.
Dan St. Germain.
You son of a bitch.
The special is called Dance Fatty Dance.
Yes.
It's
available
funny.
on YouTube.
It just came out, and I was looking forward to this for a while. I love Dan St. Germain.
Because I brought one of his albums in before as homework.
I knew him from Roundtable of Gentlemen.
Yeah.
He goes way back with the Creek and the Cave people, like Dan Soder and all them guys. He's been on the road with Soder a lot too.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I have some
all the time.
comedy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What do you got?
No, I'm saying not to review, but I'm saying like I went and saw Lewis Black on his like final tour.
Was it awesome?
It was awesome. If he's coming to Delaware in the beginning of May on that run, you should totally go see him. It's the last tour. He said that after he's done this, he wants to focus on like writing and shit, and then he's gonna do he's doing his podcast, the Rantcast, and
weird.
And then he'll occasionally do a live performance of that. But as far as like going out on the road for doing 120 shows a year, he's done after this.
I gave him his most recent special for homework one time.
So go see. Dude, he opens up with making fun of his parents who just died.
Oh, they finally died, huh?
Yeah, at 101 and 104. And he talks shit like immediately. So it's he was really, really good, and I'm glad I finally got to see him. So when you guys mild homework, when he comes to Delaware, go see him.
Why don't you come with us?
I will be in Utah doing a stupid Iron Man. That's why I went to Wilkes-Barre to see it.
Why don't you run home and fucking go see Lewis Black with us?
Yeah.
But I always say before, I don't like podcasts where it's just one person. Mm-hmm. But I think Lewis Black would be one of the people I could seriously just watch him yell at a camera for an hour.
Well, his Rantcast is people send in rants and he reads them and commentates on them. Oh, that's right. So he did he did two of them at the performance, and he was talking about how what the fuck was the one that he did? I think he was like making fun of people's accents or like the way that they like say certain words, and then he commented on it.
But does he point the entire time?
He does
wiggle his neck.
Yeah, and he's always like, he does the finger.
I like when he does the thing where he repeats something like 7 times.
Yeah. I love his little funny. I like his little turkey gobbles. One of my favorite things in comedy. I fucking love it.
His turkey gobbles. His turkey gobbles. His turkey gobbles. His turkey gobbles.
Yeah. What do you got for me music-wise there,
Music-wise, we're not allowed to assign each other friends stuff. So
you've been doing it too much lately.
This is just a bonus points thing if you feel like it. I was listening to it the other day. Listen to the Withdrawal EP. Faith.
Withdrawal.
Pray as
They're
Lamb.
still a band?
Yes. They have new stuff that just came out too.
Were they inactive for a while?
Yeah. In fact, it was like a long trope that they had an LP in the works, and people would be like, "When's the LP coming out? When's the LP coming out?" But they were inactive for literal years, so Adam called it never. So when they say when's the LP coming out, he would say it's never coming out. But yeah, just bonus points. Pray as Lamb EP. But my actual homework for you is a vegan straight edge band who is not together anymore, and this is a 7-inch too, and that is xRepentancex, and it's called In Violation of Asa.
Oh, that record rules.
Mm-hmm. When I was vegan, when I was
spell Asa or whatever.
ASA. I saw them.
Asa.
I guess it's Asa. There's a little fucking mark over one of the
I got
A's.
a friend named Asa, and that's how he spells his name.
I didn't know that.
They're like super hardline too.
Yes,
Nice.
they were.
Yeah. If you're gonna be a vegan straight edge band, you should be hardline.
Yeah.
Why would you be like all fucking like laid back about it? It's like, don't fucking eat animals. You want less, you know, like you don't want to be a fucking dork about it. Be fucking hardline.
That band was so fucking hard. And when I saw them at FYA 16, not knowing that it was going to be one of their last shows. And I was happy to be vegan when I saw them because I was like, fuck yeah.
No, what's funny is I'm vegan and saw saw Archangel, who are now not vegan, singing about like really hardline vegan songs. It's awesome. It was great.
That would bug me if I was vegan.
I think I think Boulder might still be vegan. I think he might be the only one because I don't think anyone in that band is from the band that wrote those songs. I know they're not straight edge anymore, and they definitely wrote an album called I Hope You Die by Overdose. So
ironical. xRepentancex went to the grave, all still XVX.
Nice. Because I remember fucking like when Strife came back, when none of them were edge anymore. And I was like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, why are you doing this? But, oh well. Well,
I think like they are again or some shit like that. Oh boy. Like, I don't know.
That'll work.
They definitely
second rounders.
Yeah, they definitely play the fucking song. They definitely play Force of Change again.
The one time I saw them after all the fucking hate on them died down, when the straight edge songs would come up in the set,
they would let someone else sing.
The singer would just have somebody else come up and do those songs, which is honestly the way to go.
Yeah,
I think that's the way to go.
Well, the only one they have to really do is Force of Change.
Yeah, but when they got into the whole, one's truth isn't about straight edge, it's about love. I'm like, shut up.
I also like when they were like, we were never a straight edge band, and literally the shirt that I own, the first one I own, says California Straight Edge on it.
On my fucking toolbox is a fucking Strife straight edge sticker.
Yeah.
And straight edge is printed bigger than Strife. So yeah, like shut up guys. Stop it.
What do you mean I've been favoring my friends lately?
What? You gave me another one that was people you knew too.
Tommy's just a fucking popular man.
I'm telling you, he just only listens to bands that he's friends with. He's a snob.
I don't know who you're talking about.
I'll have to look up. You have to look through the notes and I'll point it out to you.
It was Jarhead, and we both know somebody who's a fill-in. That's not the same thing.
I knew people in the band.
I didn't.
Yeah. Because one of them was in that shitty blockboard band with Rich.
Well, then maybe you don't be so popular then, Mr. Know Everybody guy.
I'm fucking 44. I just meet people.
Well,
you're only 44.
Yeah, I'm only. Fuck you, man. It took me like 2 sequends to get it. You notice it took me like 2 seconds to get insulted by that. I was like, yeah, I'm only, like, hey, wait a minute, fuck you.
He fucking slammed you with that
that's
one.
how my fucking my old brain just doesn't realize I'm getting insulted. All right,
well, great.
Since you stole Dan St. Germain from me, I'm giving you the musical homework that I had attached to that one that I was going to give you. So you're getting 2 albums and a special. The special I'm giving you is very short, though. It's on YouTube.
Why do you do this?
What?
It's so weird.
What?
Why do you need to pair 2 things?
Just separate, how my brain works,
separate
dude.
it.
Just how my brain works, dude. I have a whole list I have here. Is an album and a special.
Great.
Listed together. So all I have to do is just look at it and read it off to you.
Great.
Now, this is a quick special. I think it's like 27 minutes, if that. It's on YouTube. It's a guy named Sean Donnelly, and it's called Fun to Watch. It's no. It just came out maybe less than a week ago. Albums wise, these are older records. This band is a band that everybody jocks, but it annoys me because they jock the worst album by this band. The band is called Irate. They were brought up earlier. And everybody talks about New York Metal. The album New York Metal, how great it is. But I'm bringing you the album 1134.
Yeah.
And everybody who gets up, oh, New York Metal, like, no, dude. 1134 smokes that fucking record so bad.
CPR, baby.
Oh, hell yeah.
I will fight.
Dun, 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 dun,
I'll fight an
dun,
entire
dun.
police force.
Oh my God. Listen to this. Yeah, seriously. Listen to the song CPR and try not to suplex a SWAT van. Dude, it is the best anti-cop song
when he
ever.
says all those fucking pigs will meet their maker, like, I'm going to punch someone's head right off.
Oh my God, dude.
I love Phil. And he's a fucking teddy bear.
He's seriously one of the better vocalists.
Wow. Yeah.
And all the beatdown bands that came after that wish they could write this record. When people say, oh, beatdown sucks, it's corny, I'm like, listen to Irate's 1134, and then your mind will change. This is one of the hardest fucking records I've ever heard in my entire life.
Yeah.
It's fucking great.
And I yell at him to fucking get his band back together all the time.
Oh, dude, people would fucking eat that shit up.
Maybe a couple times.
Oh, at least do a couple fest appearances. Jesus,
we were just pooping on this not that long ago.
But still, I wasn't pooping on that. I was pooping on the fact that these bands get bent out of shape because they get back together, play a few fests,
and no one cares. Yeah.
And then they keep going and wonder why people stop caring. It's like, because people will care for a fest. But once you're like, oh, we're actually a full active band anymore, they'll just move on because they have no attention spans anymore.
Yeah, so it's what's going to happen to Biohazard. I love Biohazard, but they're like, yeah, we're writing a new record. I'm like, I don't.
Gonna happen.
No.
Yeah, no one cares anymore, buddy. Yeah. Like, you're not gonna fucking get that old magic back, and people will maybe be interested, talk about it for like a day or two, and then they'll forget it. And the second record that I'm bringing to you is a band that just reunited for one show recently. Evan went to the show and is mad at me that I didn't go with him. It's a band from upstate New York called Straight Jacket.
Oh.
I don't know if you're familiar.
And I've only
and
heard them referenced.
the album is self-titled. I have it on YouTube. I can send you a link, or it might be on Spotify. I'm not 100% sure.
That's like a rare fucking show for them.
Yeah.
Are they even like a band still?
No, this is a one-time thing. They just played the hometown with Underdog, and someone else played too, and then a bunch of just local openers. It was for a benefit for something.
Yeah, I know Evan will drive up to fucking Albany like on a Tuesday, and I'm like, dude, he's like, oh, you going to see this band? I'm like, dude, it's Monday night in Albany.
Yeah.
No.
But get him to go from Ambler to Philadelphia for a band practice, and it's like pulling teeth. Yeah. I love you, Evan.
I drive to Albany to see Pulling Teeth. No, I wouldn't.
Well, you wouldn't have to. They live like an hour from you.
I drove to Albany to see Skinless's 30th anniversary show.
Well, makes sense.
It was perfect.
Hometown?
Yeah, it was
Fuck
awesome.
yeah, dude.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
And Ringworm opened up.
Yeah.
Which was also awesome.
Solid.
And honestly, I don't know if you can actually find this. Oh, fuck, then I won't even bring it up. The dudes from Straight Jacket have a death metal band, but I'm not... You can't... That shit's so hard fucking to find. There's no point in bringing it up. If you can't find the self-titled record of Straight Jacket, they have one called It's either called I See Nothing or I Feel Nothing. You can just do that one instead. It should be on... It's easier to find than just a self-titled. Because if you look up Straight Jacket on YouTube, there's a lot of shit's going to come up.
Well, then send me the thing that you have then.
I will.
You said you had the link to it.
It isn't one of those broken up into songs thing. It's like a big
Thank God.
Video.
God, I hate that.
Well, sorry. That's what I have.
No, I said thank God that they didn't do that.
What, you like it when it's the one long thing?
Yes.
Oh, most people don't like it because the songs are broken up.
Too bad. Read the description.
That's true. I don't care.
I just hate having to leave my fucking shit on when I'm listening to something because you can't do anything with it. You have to leave the screen open. I hate that shit.
I have to do that anyway.
Why?
I don't know. Just how it works.
That's how the YouTube app works, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's my biggest complaint about it. So what everyone's complaint about it has been for years now. Whatever. It doesn't
Weird
matter.
thing to complain about. That's all I got. You got anything else, bud?
No.
John, thank you for coming down here.
Yeah.
On a Wednesday in beautiful Hockessin, Delaware.
And fucking spur of the moment, too.
Yeah. Sperm of the moment. That's what we always say about
no sperm here, man.
That's right.
It's just the egg whites.
I'm the only dude with fucking producing anymore.
Loser.
The one who comes the least out of everybody. All right, hit that intro music.
上一次见面忘了是什么时候，我们一起坐着闲聊着过去以后。
如果能够预知将来，我一定要重走。
学会珍惜时间，让失去的再次拥有。
家里的地已经栽上了樱桃，
孩子的孩子也已经上了学校，
只是那年的春风似乎没有今天温柔。
又或许那年的我太习惯等候。